Hello, what's up this morning, everyone? Welcome. Fine Tuesday to you all. Good to see ya. Doggamith, welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. 70 months, big scoop cheer for you. And Tessinger, how are you? Good to see you. Silty Smacker, Landalot, Lucid for the 59th month. Welcome you to back to the Fishbowl. Big scoop cheer for you. Christmas, how is everyone doing today? Hopefully, everyone is having a spectacular day, a spectacular week. Today, we're back. We're going to be doing some janking around in Standard. There's Standard's in a weird place. We're kind of counting down the days for the new set to release to hopefully shake things up. But I found a couple of spicy decks that I think are interesting that I want to test out. So I think we're going to start with Greaser Daretti, which Daretti's kind of an interesting card to reanimate big artifacts. So this is kind of like a, I don't know, Boros vehicle, Daretti, Portal to Phyrexia reanimation style deck, which I thought like really sweet. So I wanted to try that deck. And then there's also this Expel deck, which I came across, which it is just weird. It's like 5-color, 4-color, Helga doubling season, doppelganger, like everything is going on in this deck. So we're going to jank around in Standard a bit, have a good time. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful week. Grease Lightning Daretti goes, yeah, I feel like Daretti might actually be kind of a good card. But before we get into that, I got a question for y'all. So yesterday, I have one of the most expensive functional decks on Arena on the site. let me see. Wow. How did you manage to wait, how is that even possible? Oh, Oracle of Alpha. Okay. Yeah, paper Oracle Alpha. That'll do it. That'll do it. Little bit expensive. Yeah, I probably will not be building that in paper. So yesterday, the day you've been waiting for, or the day you've been dreading, depending on your perspective, finally happened. And I'm curious what people think now that the cards are out. So like way back at last MagicCon Vegas, they announced that we might be doing a little bit of SpongeBobbing as a secret lair drop. And yesterday they announced the SpongeBob secret lairs. And now that we see what they look like, I really want your all's opinion on them because my feelings are kind of mixed. So there's 3 different drops. One of them is a drop that actually has the characters. So you got Toxrill as Gary, and you got, I don't know, Barktooth Warbeard, whoever that is Patrick, Joda is SpongeBob. So this is like the name characters. They're all reskins, which I think if you're going to do this, I am very, very thankful we don't have a mechanically unique SpongeBob or something. That would be very awkward. So I'm glad they did the reskins. Personally, this drop is the drop I'm least interested in. I'm curious, though. Like, if you have a Toxrill decking commander, or you have a Joda decking commander, or Cherex, or you play Toski, are you gonna play these versions? Like, how much do you like these versions? Like, would you play this version in your deck over another version? For me, I think the answer is kind of no. I don't think I would play any of the name characters. Not that they're bad. Like, if you really love SpongeBob, I guess it's like, it is SpongeBob-y. Like, it kind of nails it. It's the art right from the show, pretty much. So, I don't know if I would play those. On the other hand, there's 3 drops. I think that my favorite is definitely the meme drop. The basic land drop also looks pretty good. Even as like a non-SpongeBob player or fan, they still just look kind of unique. So I can see playing the basics, but I think the best one, the one I'm most interested in, is essentially SpongeBob memes. You get the burger, you get the force it is fair, inevitable betrayal. My favorite's probably the counter spell. Like, this one has been a mixed response, but that's one card I really want to know about. Would you play this counter spell? Because I just heard someone in the chat say, our playgroup is like maybe quitting Legacy because of the counterspell. I actually think the counterspell is kind of funny. Like, especially in the context of current Magic. Like, if it was 10 years ago and they just dropped this counterspell, it would be the most awkward thing of all time. On the other hand, in the context of Doctor Strange counter spells and like all the weird stuff we've already gotten, I actually think this is like, I find this funnier and more interesting than like Doctor Strange counter spell. Like in the Universes Beyond era, I actually think it's kind of funny. So I think I would pick up maybe the meme one. That's kind of where I'm at. I think the memes are funny. I think the lands look good. And then the name characters I have no interest in. I would never replace my Toski with a sandy cheeks or my Skrelv with a plankton tiny tyrant. Not there is anything wrong with doing that. If that's your jam, that's fine. But not for me. People have been getting artists to paint the image of their counter spells. I mean, that's kind of what they are, right? It's kind of like official. I really think half of Universes Beyond is Wizards realized that the altars market was really big. And there were a lot of people making a lot of money off of making essentially custom Magic cards where they're painting SpongeBob onto a counterspell that Wizards printed in some set. And they're like, we should get in on that and make a bunch of money. And I guess it's kind of working-ish. The counterspell should have been Ristic Study. Do you pay the one? That would have been pretty good too. That would have been very good too. Anyway, let's talk about this deck and start playing some Magic. And then I got another question for you, a real life question. But let's do our reminders first. Replay YouTube. That's where you can find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube. Yesterday we looked at some of the greatest Twitch clips of all time. I thought that was kind of fun. We'll see. Maybe we'll do more of that in the future. But I enjoyed that one. Tomorrow we have a very fun against the odds coming up. So keep an eye on the YouTube for all that. Also, a week from today, spoiler season, Tarkir, living in the past, Tarkir Dragonstorm kicks off. So spoilers coming soon. A shout out to our sponsor today, Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com/mtdgoldfish. If you get a free goldfish sticker, just let them know you want one in your order note and they will hook you up. Commander Clash Pod just posted on Spotify. Yeah, it's about time. Should go up 11 on Tuesdays. So the video, I thought it was fun to kind of look back on the history of it. You should do a Find the Cheater challenge where you watch a clip of cheaters and try to, that would actually be fun. That's actually a really good idea. I might have to do that. I'm sure I only went through like the top 50 clips or something. I'm sure if I kept going, I'm sure you could find more cheaters on there. Anyway, what is the idea of this deck? So this is, I guess, Daretti Artifact Reanimator. So it's built around Daretti Rocketeer Engineer, Greaser Daretti, Daretti just fixing his automobile. 5 mana star 5, but its power is equal to the greatest mana value of artifacts we control. So if we can get down a Portal to Phyrexia or a Steel Seraph, it can actually be pretty big. And then when it enters or attacks, we can sack an artifact to reanimate an artifact. So the idea is we have like Scrapwork Mutts, we have Legion Extruders, we have Tinkerer's Totes, these cards that add artifacts to the battlefield. So we can play Daretti, we can use stuff like Chandra Spark Hunter to loot artifacts in our graveyard, Scrapwork Mutt to get Portal in the graveyard, a Salvation Engine in the graveyard, and then we Daretti, get back some massive artifact, hopefully use it to win the game. We also have Salvation Engine, which pumps all of our artifact creatures, and if it attacks, it reanimates an artifact. So another way that we can like Daretti to get back Salvation Engine attack to get back Portal to Phyrexia, plus it's growing all of our tokens from Tinkerer's Toad and our Scrapwork Mutts. So that's basically the idea of the deck. It's kind of like Boros Vehicle Reanimator, or Boros Artifact Vehicle Reanimator, something like that. So I think it looks, yeah, I know. There's every once in a while I run into a card where I'm like, wait, that is actually still in standard. Next year's going to be even worse because next year they canceled the rotation again. So next year, once we have rotation this summer, we don't have rotation the next summer. Instead, it's January of 2027. So it's gonna be a log. And the saddest part, the part that's I think most frustrating, the sets that benefit the most from that are Wilds of Eldraine, which happens to be the set with Up the Beanstalk and the set with Monstrous Rage. So the set that has the cards that I actually am most annoyed by is the set that gets to survive the longest. Daretti with 8 Rumbles GP just also did anyone watch the Modern tournament? When did Sunfall actually goes this summer finally? So it's actually finally going to be good. I like aspects of the larger card pool. I will say there are things I like about having a bigger card pool. In general, I enjoy bigger formats. Yoda Man for the 75th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Mono white, no creatures and timeless. Manatithe orbs. I like where this is. This looks like one of the least functional like at least not functional. It looks functional. At first glance, it is not like very powerful. The no creature thing is very jarring, but it plays some of the cool, like Manatithe, one of my all-time favorite cards. Orm's Chant, I also really like Orm's Chant. That's actually a pretty cool idea. I might have to mess around with mono white control in Timeless. That does look sweet. Did any of you watch the Modern tournament this weekend? It was Modern Regionals or Regional Championship in the US. Oh boy. Grinding Station. Kind of busted. Kind of a little bit busted. Hey, Doug, for this 76-month thing in Wildfire, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big Soup Chair for your good morning, Seth. Made something fun for the wife. Let me take a peek. How do we want to do this? Let's play the mountain, and I guess we just... Do we even want to? You know what? Let's just wait. We don't actually have anything we want to discard yet. We can just wait and leave up the Get Lost. Perilous Snare also seems reasonable. Oh, Mono Red. All right. Oh, Mono Red. Well, there's Ember Heart Challenger. You must die. Ooh, Necrobloom, eh, Doug? Necrobloom's a sweet commander. Necrobloom's pretty strong. That looks fun, though. That looks super fun. Every time I see one of your decks, Doug, they all look very well put together. I don't think I've ever seen a deck you build, and I was like, what's going on? Like, every time I see it, I was like, oh, that looks like a really solid Necrobloom. That looks like a really good version of whatever you're building. So, ooh, Legion Extruder. Let's play a Plains. And are we just passing again? Yeah, let's just... I guess we're playing Control. Yeah, let's just pass again, I guess. Pass the turn. I'm curious. I don't know if you saw... Yeah, Breach has to go. Opal can stay for Tier 3 Affinity. That would be the best outcome. I think they have to ban Underworld Breach at a minimum. They gotta. I don't know what happens with Mox Opal. I hope that's how it ends up. If it ends up that they get rid of Underworld Breach and Mox Opal just kind of makes Affinity sort of functional, I think that is the best case scenario for all of us. That is the best outcome. All right, let's Legion Extruder. Get rid of the Heartfire Hero. Play Fomori Vault. Play the Scrapwork Mutt. Discard the Murex. Draw more Mutts. Pass the turn. Isn't Grinding Station just as egregious as Breach? Breach is a $5 card. So, yeah, Breach is banned in a lot of places, and I think people are expecting it to be banned in Modern too. I would say, so Grinding Station is a very powerful card, but it's very, very narrow. It's essentially a combo piece. It's like, what's a good comparison? Ashnod's Altar, Lotus Field. There's like cards that in a one very narrow archetype, they're very strong. And that's what Grinding Station is. Like, specifically if you were playing Underworld Breach with Grinding Station and the Moxen, it's very, very good. But it's also a card that doesn't really do anything anywhere else. I think that Breach is a scarier card in a vacuum because it's more likely to show up in like a prowess deck or a storm deck. Like, there's a lot more flexibility there. So I don't know if banning Grinding Station makes that. It would shut down the combo deck that's busted right now. It would. I don't know if it would be as beneficial long term because I think that both Breach and Mox are cards that could be broken again very easily. Warden Bob, welcome to the Fish Bowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super thank you. Things are getting awkward. Well, let's scrap work. Oh, man, we need to hit a land. Let's scrap work Mutt. Oh, it's so greedy. Scrap work Mutt. Discarding that Murex last turn might have been a problem. Land. Okay, we hit a land. Play the land. Play the Perilous Snare. Okay, that's good. That's good. Perilous Snare. I guess Inti's the scarier of the two for now. And then next turn, assuming we're alive, we can Daretti back Salvation Engine. Perhaps. Breach is the ticking time bomb. Yeah. My question for you is about Modern. Does it make you feel like the unbannings were wrong or unjustified? Man, are we just dead? We might just be dead. Well, we got to block. Monstrous Rage. My favorite moment in Timeless has to be show and tell decks immediately quitting the Vexing Bobble. That is so fun. It is tough as it is to lose to those decks. It is always very satisfying to beat those decks. Well, we go to 4. Hooray. Well, we will play this Daretti, Rocketeer Engineer. We will get back Salvation Engine. We will sack Legion Extruder. Play the Elegant Pollor. Mill the Elegant Pollor. Pass it. Well, let's see if this is enough. Can the Salvation Engine be our salvation? It's got a big butt. It's a 610. If they can Monstrous Rage through a 610, then I guess we probably deserve to die. If they had the Monstrous Rage, we would have died last turn, right? You just cast both of them. Found it. Rockface Village. All right. Sure. And if they top deck another Pump Spell, found it. Attacks. Well, crew up the Salvation Engine. And block the mouse. It doesn't have trample, right? It doesn't have trample. Shh. Oh. My goodness. Hey, what's up, Flowey? We just had a 6. I feel like that game. I don't know how many of you saw the Kibler video where Kibler was talking about how blocking is important to Standard, and that because he thinks blocking is important to how Standard functions, he thinks Monstrous Rage is a card that's not a positive for the Standard format. I feel like that game is a pretty good example of how blocking does not matter. Like, we literally got down a 610. A 6. You do not get a bigger butt than a 610 in Standard, and it did not matter. Like, we had the biggest butt possible for playing defense, and it was like we weren't doing anything at all. Palowie for that. Yeah, I think that would actually like perfectly exemplifies the point that Kibler was trying to make. Palowie, Polyowl. That actually, see, when words mesh together, Polyowl. Welcome back to the Fishbowl for the 10th month. Thank you for your subscription. Big super chair for you. Thank you. Okay, how can we survive against this deck? We can like go down a portal maybe. Chandra I think is really good, but it feels kind of slow here. And maybe like a tote? Let's try it like that. Favorite uncommon in Standard. Ooh. Helpful Hunter? That might be a common, actually. What's an uncommon that I really like? Insidious Roots is a super cool card. I really like Insidious Roots a lot. That was maybe my favorite part of that Kibler article or video going around, was seeing people like, why would I listen to this random? Why did you even post this? Who is this random guy telling me that Monstrous Rage is bad? And then I realized, yeah, I guess Kibler's peak in Magic was like 15 years ago. I think it's over a decade ago that Kibler like left Magic for Hearthstone. Das Roots. Okay. Oh, chat. So I have a real life question for you. I've been trying to figure out what to do about this. And I don't have the answer yet. So here's the situation. Let me know what you would do in this situation. So, over the weekend, I got a new car. For the first time in my entire life, I actually got a new car. My old car is going to need a lot of work to it, blah, blah, blah. I'll save you all the boring details. But in the end, I'm like, all right. I did a bunch of research. I was like, all right, I know I want a Honda CRV because Hondas last forever. Plus, I kind of want a bigger car because I'm a big dude. Bear's a big dog. So I was like, all right, that's what I want to get. So I get the Honda CRV, super cool, happy, all worked out fine. I get it from the dealership. At the end of getting the car at the dealership, they're like, hey, can you fill out this survey? You gotta fill out this survey for me. Sure. It's like 10 questions or something. So I fill out this survey and it was like, hey, were we timely? Were we nice? Stupid stuff like that. So it took a long time. I sat at the dealership for like 4 hours before I actually did the thing. So all this stuff. So I gave them like an 8 for timeliness, a 9 for one of the other things, and the rest I just marked 10s. So I thought I gave them pretty good scores. I thought I was being pretty positive about it. I get home A few hours later, I get a voice message from the manager of the car dealership saying, "Oh, I never got to thank you for buying a car from us. Can you call me back?" And I didn't call him back. So then yesterday morning, I get a call from the dude again. Yeah, I just want to thank you for buying the car. Also, I'm sending you another survey in your email. It would really help if you gave us all tens this time. I was like, oh, okay, I'll keep an eye out for that. And then like 3 hours later, another woman from the dealership called and was like, yeah, did George talk to you about that survey? He's gonna be sending you another survey in your email. Just so you know, you really need to give us all tens, because that's gonna go to corporate, and if it's not all tens, they're not gonna be happy. So and I was like, wait, this makes me less likely to want to change. I feel like I would give you, if anything, I felt like I was fair but generous with my initial rankings. Like, that seemed like I thought I was being nice. Like, I thought I was being nice. And now I've had multiple people call me and ask me to change the survey results. And I'm like, I don't know. On one hand, I don't want to see some poor... The dude that actually, like, sold me the car, I feel like he was maybe new and just, like, learning how to be a car salesman. He was nice, but he didn't seem like super knowledgeable about cars or anything. I don't want to see the dude get like screwed over by me not giving him tens, because that, I don't want to hurt someone who's just trying to make a living. But at the same time, I'm kind of like, man, now I don't want to do this at all, or I want to fill it out and give you even lower rankings because you keep calling me and and trying to make me do it again. I worked somewhere where if the survey wasn't all 5, that's kind of what they were saying, is like, if it's not all 10s, then corporate views this as like a failure on our end or something. Like, if it's not 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, then yeah. I'd never experienced that before. Like, it was wild to me that was even a thing. Yeah, I just thought it was funny that multiple people called me about it. Like, it wasn't it wasn't some like little thing. Any brews with Venwix Verbosos? I've played Venwix in Commander a little bit. I haven't really figured out how to break it outside of Commander though. Now let's just play this Perilous Snare. Get rid of, oh boy, which one's worse? They're both bad. I mean, I guess we're going to kill both eventually. Let's take the Emberheart Challenger, I guess. Oh, and then I guess we can get in with the Mutt. See if we can get our speed up to 2. Solidarity with workers, corporate environments suck. Give tens and find a different way to give feedback about everything else. Yeah, I mean, that's the other side, right? I don't want to, like, hurt some poor salesman by giving you a bad... The system seems bad, though, because, like... It kind of blows my mind, because I would assume, like YouTube comments, I want to hear the negative. If you just go into YouTube comments and say everything's perfect every time, you're not really helping me at all, right? Like, I want you to be like, hey, you were an idiot here, or you should have done this better. Like, that's how I get better at doing things. So the idea that their system is set up so... So if it's not all perfect 10s, it counts as zeros. How do you learn anything with that? How can that possibly be productive? But anyway. Oh, well, not hurting the salesman, you're hurting the manager. Yeah, I know. They sold me the car. What more could they want? I don't know. Maybe they were salty because they tried to sell me like, oh, for the $5,000. They actually, I've never bought a new car before. First time I ever bought a new car. The guy comes back with the paperwork, and there's like $6,000 of like coatings, and I tried to ask him like, what does this do? Because it was like the paperwork he had me. He's like, yeah, you gotta get this thing. It's like, you know, whatever. It costs some money, but it prevents spills in your car, and it has a picture of like a cup of coffee dumping. I was like, wait, so if I pay for this, and I go out to my car and I dump a cup of coffee, like nothing's gonna. Are you telling me that that's how this works? Like I dump a cup of coffee in my car and it's just fine. Like, I don't got to worry about it. He's like, well, I don't know if I'd say that exactly, but it's like a layer that's on there that like does something. Yeah. I was like, no. No. We don't do any of that stuff. Thank you for asking, but no, we will not be doing that. Yeah, I really wanted to hit a land here, but I guess we got to pass the turn. Do you think that Breach is getting banned in Modern following the results in Charlotte? It has to. Honestly, Honestly, if I was Wizards, I'd be banning it today. I would seriously just like straight up. Everyone knows it has to happen. We've reached the lame duck stage of the modern format again. Huh. So this has trample. All right, well, so I guess we just kill this. Our life would have been way easier had we drawn a wrath for this Day of Judgment. Maybe they got monstrous rage. Well, we'll take the beats. Please don't kill us. Yeah, Ovaya's cool. The thing about Ovaya is that I haven't really... Oh, man, we missed our land drop again. Oh, all right. Yeah, I feel like this is a game that if we had drawn one more land, it would have went really well. But as it is... Questing Druid to draw a couple cards. Manifold Mouse, Hired Claw. Bonnet land. I mean, so we can kill the Inti. If we draw lands and we can cast this Wrath, there's the Hired Claw. But that's going to trigger on that. So we're going to take 4. There's a Manifold Mouse. I feel like this Wrath could still save us, maybe. Opponent cracks the map. Hits a land. Well, we will kill the Inti. All right. Untap land or bust. Untap land or bust. Opponent. Manifold Mouse. Doesn't really do anything. Goes to combat. Wow. Oh, no! 3 lands and 15 cards. It's like we're playing a 12 land. It's like we're playing a 12 land deck. Is there any way we survive another turn? This hits... So we take 2, we block. Well, okay. I guess we Legion Extruder. Kill the Manifold Mouse. Fast the turn. See if we live. I mean, so this is how I know Modern. This is how I know Modern's in a bad spot. And I mentioned this on the podcast, but I was watching the tournament over the weekend. I was watching the tournament, grinding station, absolutely dominating. 6 in the top 8, like half of the top 32. It was a dominant performance. So I'm watching it. The top 8 is like 6 grinding stations and this one energy player and something else that went out early. But there's one energy player. It made me root for energy. I was actually watching a Magic tournament. And I was sitting there. And I was like, I was cheering for them to dash a Ragavan and pump their Guided Souls. Like, it felt so wrong. I've still been struggling. It's been like 2 days, and I'm still feeling guilty about this. But I was like cheering for energy. And you know that Modern's not in a great place when wait, are we dead? Oh, we're dead. When I am actually rooting for energy, you know that's a bad sign. I'm pretty sure we would have won that match had we hit land number 4. I think it's pretty easy to... So I will say about Grinding Station, I think that the banning has to happen. I don't understand the need for the ban. Did I miss something? So the longer term story is they unbanned Mox Opal back in, November or something? And that has led to Breach becoming the dominant deck. It turns out that getting to play 8 Moxen in a Modern deck is, when no one else does, is actually very good. It's very strong. So basically that, they unbanned Mox Opal. About a month ago, there was a big tournament, and the story of the tournament was Grinding Station, kind of dominant. 1 land, 1 keep, by the way, with a Surveil land and the Scrapwork Mutt, but we do need to hit land number 2. Okay. Whew. Well, let's play this Scrapwork Mutt. I'm gonna discard the Salvation engine for Daretti purposes. More Murixes. Does anything about Modern that this keeps at? I mean, that's kind of the concern, right? It will keep happening. I think the idea of Modern going back to a fair and balanced place is pretty unlikely. I would be surprised if we ever go back to a world of Modern just being fair and balanced. Not on my watch. Interesting. I assume they were an Up the Beanstalk deck, but if they're playing that on my watch, probably not on my watch. The Mega Magic Garb, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ooh, Tinker Tote. Do we want a tote? That makes a bunch of artifacts for Daretti and Legion Extruder. And that also kind of, well, it's good. But we need a land. Yeah, let's go. Let's go Graveyard. And then I think we just extrude our opponent's mace here. Do you ever play Alchemy? I know I said it before, but it feels like the new similar Mythic would be fun against the odds. That Mythic really is interesting, Monet Frank. As soon as I saw it, I was like, this is the kind of cards that actually make me a little bit interested in Alchemy. Like, because it's just such a random, chaotic design. That's what I want to see out of Alchemy cards. If they're going to make Alchemy cards, I want them to be stuff that is just so far out there that you could never do it anyplace else. That's what is actually kind of exciting to me. The thing is, Alchemy is just not, boy, it's not popular. It's very hated. Unless something has changed, I don't think we can realistically play Alchemy and make Alchemy content. As cool as that card is, but just my experience is, and a lot of this is in the past, but when Alchemy first came out, I tried making Alchemy videos. It was a thing. Everyone tried it, and it pretty quickly became clear that people just didn't want it. People just didn't, and I don't think anything's changed. The criticisms of it being way too expensive, of it polluting other formats that it shouldn't, those criticisms are still there. A lot of people still not thrilled. Well, all right. I guess we'll turn our golem into a golem. Fizzle your removal spell, and I guess, man, we're having a really hard time hitting just our lands on time with this deck. Mr. Peaches, welcome to the Fish Bowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Beyond the Green Overlord in Standard. I mean, Green Overlord's kind of busted. I honestly don't think they have to ban anything right now. I don't think Standard's horrible or anything. I think it's got a couple of cards that I think it would be even better without Up the Beanstalk being on that list. What I want to see from Wizards, so it's actually very simple. Like, if the plan is we're going to do slower rotations, so sets last 3 years, part of what went along with that was we're going to do this ban list update in the summer. And I want to see Wizards take advantage of that more. So I don't need them to go out and run out and, like, you know, ban everything right now. But I would like to see, when we get to summer, I would like to see Wizards look at it like, okay, so Wild's Eldraine doesn't rotate for another 16 months, 18 months or something. Maybe we should just get rid of the Beanstalk. Like, maybe we should just get rid of Monstrous Rage. For me, I think it was those two, and then, like, maybe This Town or Hopeless Nightmare. Like, I would just like to see kind of a shakeup, because I feel like the last couple sets we haven't gotten much of a shakeup in Standard, and I feel like more of a shakeup would. Oh, we kind of played this backwards in a way. Yeah, I probably should have just got the Salvation Engine first. Yeah, that would have been an extra damage. All right, whatever. Well, play the Daretti, get back Salvation Engine, sack the Extruder. Yeah, that cost us 2 damage. Hopefully that doesn't really matter. We'll see. Opponent. Oh, I added this up. My fish is bad. Hey, what's up, Happy Tuesday? Welcome to the Fish Bowl. Big soup for you. Thank you. Oh, Invasion of Arcavos. What? Oh my god, for a doppelgang. Well, that is spicy and probably deadly for us. Is there a way we can win? Oh, you know what's hilarious? And not in... Well, actually, maybe we're okay because of Legion Extruder. Well, let's play Perilous Snare. Let's get rid of the Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Oh, this doesn't actually work, does it? We have to crew both? We crew both. Get in with Salvation Engine. Get back to Tinker's Toe. Headshot. Pass the turn. I'm missing your sub message. I'm sorry, Mega Magikarp. Let me find it. Varia and Sad News Bears, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. The Mega Magikarp. A stock market crash is worse than a divorce. You lose half your money, but your wife is still there. Kappa. Oh, it's like a Rodney Dangerfield joke or something. How are you, Mega Magikarp? That's a good one. That's a good one. Found it. Rassar board passes. And they still have a doppelgang. Oh, wait. Oh, man, we're so close. Okay, hang on. How do we do this? How did we just lose to the doppelgang? So we can play Steel Seraph. I keep thinking there's a way we can win, but I don't think we can. Steel Seraph, well, okay. So, full price Steel Seraph. The Crew 6 is actually funny. If this was Crew 5, life would be way easier. Well, Salvation Engine. Might as well give it Lifelink. Headshot. Oh, wait. Legion Extruder in the graveyard. Ah! Through the doppelgang! And about it. Dead. Oh, that was close. Nothing like seeing a doppelgang in your opponent's hand to know that you got to win quick. Hey, what's up, Minoris? How are you? Good to see you. Oh, that was close. That was ridiculously close. All right. That was good, Daretti. That was very good. So is there anything cool you all want to see played? Like, I've been trying to figure out more cool decks, and we've reached that strange stage where Modern's a little bit salved. We're waiting for a new set in Standard. Is there anything from like the last sets that you still want to see that we haven't played yet? I'm trying to figure out ideas for the next couple weeks. So I actually tried to build a This Town Frogs deck, because I feel like This Town's really busted, and it kind of fits the frog theme pretty well. So I had that same idea. Ooh, Demir Ninjas and Pioneer. Yeah, it might be some time for some more Pioneering. Maybe it's Pioneer time. How's Pioneer been? Elves in Standard. Ooh, Lantern Control. I feel like, didn't we play Lantern? Didn't we do Lantern right after the unbannings? I feel like we did Lantern after the unbannings. Because I do love Lantern. Oh, that's a cool idea, Doug. Dragons, it's timely. It's timely for dragons, with the next set being all about dragons. Ooh, Simic Manifest Dread sounds good. Another vote for Elfball. Maybe we got to figure out how to make elves work. Maybe it's time. Yeah, Ben is, if you want to learn Limited, Ben Stark is one of the best people to watch. He really knows his Limited. All right, let's just bring in the Elish Norns, do a little trimming. Trying to build a Golgari Graveyard deck with the new legendary from Ether Drift that cares about artifacts and creatures in the graveyard. Oh yeah, that sounds sweet. I've been messing around with a Ghost Vacuum Panharmonicon. Exile a bunch of stuff, get down the Panharmonicon, double up all the triggers. Kalian for the second month. Hey to you. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Is that a Krabby Patty? Now, I guess that's technically a magic emo now. Thank you for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you. I'm a little scared because I bought my Mox Opals for Lantern last week. I hope they only ban Breach. Personally, I would be very surprised if they ban Mox now. I think I wouldn't feel completely safe buying Mox in, because I think that there's a decent chance. What percent when I put it? It's maybe around 50-50. Maybe a little high, maybe like 60-40, that it has to be banned eventually. But I would be surprised if it got banned because of Breach. I think that it is more likely that Wizards does not want to just reban Mox after 3 months. I think it's more likely that they ban Breach now and see what happens with Mox without Reach Around. My fear would be that Mox is a very, very busted card, and it is definitely not impossible. It's definitely not impossible that, yeah, I guess we just pitch a Steel Seraph. Definitely not impossible that it breaks something else in the future. I think Wizards, they probably gotta get in a reprint, right? Quick first before they ban it. So I think it's unlikely that it gets banned right now, I would say. But at the same time, like I said, I also think that Mox is a really strong card, and it is definitely not impossible that it has to be banned eventually. Yeah, that's always what's happened when I've tried Elf Ball in the standard, is just the amount of removal. It's felt tough. It's felt like there's a lot of good elf pieces too. There's a lot of pieces to make a good elf deck. But there's just so much hate and so much disruption that is actually kind of tricky to pull it off. Well, let's just play the Chandra. Ooh, Shadow Right. Wait, is that still in standard? Hang on a second. Opponent's gonna negate. Oh, it is. That's still in standard. Shadow Right Priest. I haven't. Wow, opponent. Okay, going on a interaction spree over there. I'll have to look into that. Maybe we can build a cleric deck. That sounds kind of cool. I actually honestly forgot that card existed. Yeah, maybe green black elves for discard. Maybe you can get enough. Maybe you can get enough thought seizes or duresses or whatever to playing elves with that to take a wrath from your opponent's hand feels so wrong. But maybe that's the world we live in. What are the odds that they got more removal, chat? I really want this Elishnorn, but I also would prefer them not to counter or kill it. You know what? We're gonna do it. Oh, that's not good. Why is it stalling here? Disdainful Stroke. It shuts down Leyline Binding, so we gotta dodge Wraths and Get Lost, probably. Ride's End. Death and Taxes stacks in standard. Ooh, that sounds sweet. I do like making people not play Magic. High Noon is actually a pretty good stacks piece. How's the deck been working for you? Have you got to play it much? That does look cool. I can get behind that. Maybe some Fountain Ports in the mana base. Simic for Spell Pierce. Yeah, I think that would be the plan, is either discard or counters. All right, well, that's unfortunate. Opponent kills the Elishnorn. And even more Overlords. Well, we will play a Perilous Snare. Get rid of the Overlord. And, yeah, play the Scrapwork Mutt. I don't even think we want to discard anything, though. We're just going to wait. Oh, I'm so worried about a Doppelgang. A Doppelgang would be really bad. Oh, I mean, oh no, and they get the Doppelgang. Okay. Doppelgang Invasion of Arcavios is kind of spicy, because then you can copy the Invasion of Arcavios a bunch of times. You can copy the Invasion a bunch of times, and really go to town. All right, can we hit a land? Can we hit a land? Map on the Mutt. Legion Extruder to the graveyard. Not a land. Well, okay, map on the Mutt. Get Lost to the graveyard. Not a land. Okay, map on the Mutt. I mean, it's a big Mutt. It's a big Mutt. Okay, there's the land. Inspiring Vantage. Go to combat. Hit you for 4. I mean, maybe we can use the Get Lost to fizzle enough of the Doppelgang. The problem is we can't blow up the Invasion of Arcavos. So I imagine you just Doppelgang the Invasion of Arcavos to get more Doppelgangs. They can also Doppelgang the Perilous Snare. I guess they can only go X2, so they're going to have to choose. Okay, so we will Get Lost the Overlord. Our opponent can get a bunch of Invasion of Arcavoses. Do a little tutoring. To get back the doppelganger. But without anything else on the battlefield, what are they really getting out of this? This is going to be a wild game. Opponent gets back the doppelganger. And we really need to just kill them somehow. A tear asunder. Well, there's another land. Well, let's get back the mutt. Get back the mutt. Discard the Inspiring Vantage. Play the Verge. Play the Steel Seraph. I mean, we get to get in some damage, but there's still a doppelgang. Lifelink. Hit you for 6 down to 8. Hey, what's up, Paladin? Yeah, the stream, the early stream's kind of the normal stream now, thanks to thanks to spoiler schedules this year. I mean, I will say, if we're talking about wizards banning the wrong card and killing archetypes, I feel like Breach is an archetype that should be killed. If that's what we're talking about, oh no, Ancient Cornucopia. If that's what we're talking about, I think that that is an archetype that we don't want to exist. I think that's oh boy. I think that's one of the cases where there's Sunfall. Purplesaurus Rex! Welcome to the Fish Bowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. I think that's one of the cases where we actually just want the card to die. Like straight up that deck not to exist anymore. I think that would be the most optimal. I guess we're on the Murex plan. Oh, can you send it to me again, Paladin? That does not sound familiar. I don't know if I don't know. Yeah, send it to me again if you don't mind. Or send me a link in chat, however you want to do it, but I love to see it. Opponent. Doppelgangs, the Cornucopia, and then... How long do we sit through this, chat? Invasion. I mean, it is cool. This is something that we would do, but we're on the side of it that is not cool. This is essentially infinite doppelganging if you don't stop it, and we cannot stop it. And opponent, oh, dress 2? Yeah, all right. All right, yeah. You got it. For example, Seth, why did Violent Outbursts have to die for Crushing Footfall Sids? In that case, I actually think, so the way I look at it is, what is the card that is most likely to cause problems again in the future? When I think of bannings, I think that's an important consideration. So when I look at something like Violent Outburst, the Cascade spell, versus Crashing Footfalls, the finisher, I would say that I think banning the Cascade spell is actually the correct move, because it's going to keep happening with future things. We've seen it break Living End, Hypergenesis, already on the ban list. Like, there's, unless Wizards are just not going to print things you can cascade into, I would say that I think it's actually the right choice. That's where it gets tricky with the Breach conversation, because I think both Breach and Mox are cards that have a high risk of being broken again. I think either one of those cards, there's a reasonable chance that something broken will happen with them. Ooh, is this a Urza Silex matchup? Are we going to Silex them? You know what? We're going to Silex them. We're going to Silex them. Standard land destruction. Sort of. Maybe. Ish. I mean, if there was ever a matchup for it, it's probably this one. The Steel Seraph seem kind of mid. Let's maybe try something like that. So I don't really know what to make out of that one, because I think both of those cards could be broken. It killed Living End, took it from tier 1 to tier 3 or tier 4. Yeah, I mean, that's... Do you think it's... Do you think it's just that? Like, I don't know. I feel bad for Living End, I guess. Although I don't think Living End is like... Modern is just in such a weird spot where nothing lasts, right? Nothing actually lasts. And I don't think it has to do with bannings as much as just Modern Horizons style cards or whatever. So I feel like Living End, yes, got hurt by the Cascade banning. I don't know. How would it do in, Modern Horizons 3 meta anyway? Maybe it wouldn't have been that great anyway. What do we do with this? We got a mutt. Double Fomori Ball talk. Yeah, all right. Hopefully we can mutt our way into some red manas. What if they made... That's actually an interesting point, Zoga. What if they made it so you couldn't cascade into the no mana value spells? I actually think that is something Wizards should look at more, is if something's broken, maybe it's a rules tweak that's going to be more beneficial than... Maybe a rules tweak is going to be more beneficial than a banning. I think that's possible. Scrapwork mutt. Okay. I'm going to discard this portal to Phyrexia real quick here. Pay no mind, opponent. Pay no mind. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. We're definitely not going to reanimate that. Overlord of the Haunt Woods. Well, we actually get to get a Chandra down, which might be good. Well, I mean, play the Chandra. I feel like this Chandra might actually be a good card. I feel like this might actually be a good card that people just don't realize is a good card yet. Get it, hit ya. Pout it. Down to 15. Pass the turn. Portal in the graveyard. What if they unbanned it all and turned into Legacy 2.0, Hagek, Nadu, Breach, Eldrazi, everything running around? So one of the interesting points that came up on the podcast yesterday is putting more free interaction into the format. And I think that's what you'd have to do. Like, if you want to turn it into Legacy 2.0, you also need the Legacy interaction, right? You also need to have... yeah, let's just actually take this up. Sack a map. Oh, you got a leyline binding? So we can sack a artifact, which will be a map. Draw a card. There. Oh, Hellish Norn. If we can actually stick an Hellish Norn, it's going to put an end to a lot of these shenanigans. We'll keep the land because we're going to probably Daretti anyway. Go to combat. Crew up the car. So that would be, I think you'd have to do those two things together, right? I think you'd need to add Force of Will to the format and also do that. Although I would also say, like, there is a downside to being a Force of Will format. And I'm not sure if modern players would like it or not. I'm actually curious, if you're a modern player, would you like the stability that something like Force of Will offers? Or, if you look at Legacy, really Legacy, as much as I like Legacy, you can do two things in it. You can combo, or you can play a blue deck. Just look at the meta. Blue, blue, blue. Blue, 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 blue. Ooh, no blue here. Blue, blue, blue. So if you look at the meta, it's all blue decks because if you have Force of Will, you need to be able to have blue cards for Force of Will, plus Brainstorm exists is the other key piece of this puzzle. So it really becomes, if you're playing a fair deck, you got to be blue. I guess maybe Taxes might be an example of a non-blue deck that's kind of can compete and be a fair deck, but really it's going to push the meta in a very, very blue direction. Whether or not people actually want that, that's another question. Well, play the Inspiring Vantage. Opponent has 2 cards. Let's blow up the Leyline Binding. Get back to Chandra. God. God. Alright. Yep. Time stop. Opponent. Nope. Up the beanstalk. Pretty fair card. Between the weirdos on Reddit going, wait, what are we talking about, Mega Magikarp? They reduced or bust, how dare they? And the normal people going, this doesn't feel like Chandra, this feels like a different walker altogether. I think that Chandra got ignored for reasons. Oh, yeah, I mean, as far as the flavor of it, that is very fair. Like, I'm not judging this as a, like, how well does it fit Chandra's lore, but just as a magic card, I feel like it's actually a pretty powerful set of abilities. Like, it can be aggressive, the card draw is nice, it's a way to crew vehicles without having creatures. So I actually feel like it's just like a solid magic card. Wow, opponent discards and up the beanstalk. Well, guess what? Guess what, opponent? Guess what we have for you? We're going to play this Daretti real quick here. We're going to sack a map token. We're going to get back a little Portal to Phyrexia. We're going to sack a couple Overlords. We're going to crew this vehicle. We're going to smack ya down to 9. And we're going to pass the turn. Now opponents got to deal with the portal. They got to deal with the portal or we start getting the Overlords. Once we start getting the Overlords, things become pretty bad for our opponent. I don't like the up the beanstalk. We also have this Urza Silex, which is... all right, opponent's going to Day of Judgment. Which by itself doesn't really matter. The question is, do they also have an answer to portal? They have even more up the beanstalks. Draws a card. No way! Oh... you gotta be kidding me. Okay, we need to draw land. We need to top deck an untapped land. All right, that's an untapped land. That's an untapped land. Well, opponent. We're going to Urza Silex you so hard. We are not going to tutor a Planeswalker. We will keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands. Opponent. Nice up the beat. Is Urza Silex the solution to problems? Maybe Urza Silex is a card. Maybe Urza Silex is a card we need. Chandra's back. Makes a vehicle. Portal's back. Beanstalks are gone. That's a card hitting you down to 7. Wait, maybe? Huh. Maybe Urza... no. Come on. They discarded one. They must have just had every beanstalk because they even discarded one to hand size. About it. Down to 7. Can we close out this game? Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Okay, just don't draw Leyline Binding. No Leyline Binding. No Leyline Binding. We want to get a portal trigger. Opponent passes. Okay, we will take an Overlord of the Flood Pits. Do a little card drawing. That's a Salvation Engine, which we will keep. So we're going to discard a Tinkerer's Toe. Draw another Salvation Engine. Well, now we get to play Salvation Engine. And this is the other power of Chandra. Scrapwork Mutt. Discard this Elishnor, not the matchup for it at the moment. Get another Mutt, and opponent scoops it up. And we took down up the beanstalk. Actually, Silex actually seems like it might be absurd. Why are we not playing Silex, chat? Like, the more I think about it, if you look at the standard meta, so it's bad against red, obviously. Not good against red. But it seems good against Self-Bounce. It seems good against Zur, Domain. That's a big chunk of the top of the meta. Like, it hits on 2 of the 3 big decks. The 3 big decks, Self-Bounce, Domain, and then Mono Red. Maybe Silex is actually really good. Yeah, I'm actually... that game kind of has me convinced that Silex might actually be kind of a bomb. Think it's terrible against Bounce? Why is it bad against Bounce, Mega Magikarp? So I would say the upside is it's a way to get rid of all the hopeless, like all the janky, like, because it gets rid of all non-lands. It's not particularly fast, that's true. And it's probably not going to hit too many lands. Yeah, this is the first deck I've played Silex in the sideboard in recently, and it felt really good that game, at least. Authority, okay. Sure. Authority of the consoles. About it. Verge, and oh boy. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh, you know what's going to happen, chat? I have a prediction for you. The prediction is we're going to lose this game to an Ajani's Pride Mate. We're going to lose to an Ajani's Pride Mate. No, don't play it. Don't play it, Scarred Craig. Oh, Reluctant Role Model. Okay, that's acceptable. Opponent gonna gain a bunch of life. Well, we have an extruder for that. Yeah, let's just extrude this Reluctant Role Model. That's a lot of case of money. What is our opponent up to? Mow the man the virtuous. About it, Battlefield Fjorge. You're discarding it. I mean, you gotta discard something to Hopeless Nightmare. I feel like Urza Silex is, it's very discardable. Let's play land. So we actually want to set up Daretti. I think we just scrap Pokemon to pitch the portal. Sure. Pitch the portal, set up for next turn. We have a Legion Extruder to sack, and then we can, check this out. Look at the synergy. Oh, the scrap Pokemon was going to go away, but now it's a Golem. Oh, the synergies keep stacking up. Yeah, Ceasta says, fade from history. There's a few options that can get rid of all the artifacts and enchantments. I've seen Blast Zone showing up more. Actually, I think we might just wait one more turn. Let's just hardcast the Salvation Engine. Hit you for 5. I mean, the Daretti is going to be good, but if we wait, we can hopefully get more creatures out of it. Like, the portal's only getting one thing right now, and there's nothing in, like, opponent. Case of the Uneaten Feast Rod. And, Essence Channeler. Okay, that's almost into Johnny's Pride, mate. Well, now it might be portal time. It might be portal time. Opponent gets in and hits us. Whatever shall we do? Portal to Phyrexia is such a sweet card. Well, yeah. Greaser to ready. And, yeah, we'll get that portal. We will sack a Legion Extruder. You will sack your board. Do we get the counters? Aw, all right. Well, play Fimori Ball, Pestered. So what have you all been playing in Standard lately? Or what have you been playing in Magic? Like, what format have you been... Whoa, okay. Day of Judgment, but, I guess we just get back Daretti? Actually, no. Let's just get back a Reluctant Role Model. We'll get Daretti next turn, I think. Because this turn, we can play Tinker's Toe, make some bodies. The Daretti is going to be a lot better once we have some bodies. Gain our opponent some life. Tinker's Toe. It is kind of nice when Tinker's Toe makes 2 3/3s because of Salvation Engine. It's actually pretty good. Oh, and it's tapped? Thank you, opponent. Let's grow it. Go. Blue-White Control. Oh, Ketramose is very good. How's CDH been, Lucid? Ooh, trying to win an RCQ. Does that mean you've been playing Modern, Rabbit? What have you been playing in Modern? Standard. I feel like Standard Mill also has potential. How's best of 1 Standard? Sadly, Seth, I feel like Paper Magic in my area is Commander or nothing. I hope that changes, but I feel like that's actually normal in not just your area. Well, now we're going to Daretti. Daretti can sack a toe. Get back the Legion Extruder. Hit ya. I mean, our opponent's not giving up. Salvation Engine. And crew it up. And this was actually an incredibly good performance. It might just be the matchup. Our opponent, they just drew a ton of life gain stuff that didn't do anything. So that's probably part of it, but I feel like this is our deck kind of popping off. I feel like as far as this deck goes, this has to be about as good as it goes for this deck. I mean, that's a lot of 5/5s from a Tinker's Toe. It's an impressive board. There was an EDA Trek podcast recently asking about taking apart your decks that you don't play. So my focus on Magic recently will be me trying to do that, I think. How many decks do you have, Mega Magic Garb? I feel like I didn't watch the podcast. I saw that it existed. It was in my recommends, but I didn't actually watch it yet. I feel like that is probably a kind of common problem, though. Well, let's play the Surveil land. I mean, opponent, I guess, has to top deck a Wrath, and even if they do, I'm not sure it really saves them. What a weird deck. All right, Essence Channeler. I mean, that's not gonna save you here. Sure, you gain a bunch of life. Sure, you grow the Essence Channeler. The problem opponent is, yeah, we have a very big board. I took apart about 22 of my decks I made a year ago. I made one pool of which I build a new deck with every so often, been insanely rewarding. Yeah, so I've come around because we started doing Paper Commander Clash. My philosophy has kind of changed where I do have my Flibblethip deck, but because I'm building new decks and cycling through cards so much, I kind of don't keep many personal decks. I kind of just cycle through stuff outside of like one or two decks that I actually have that I just keep around. So I feel like that works out well for me. I don't know if that's probably not possible for most people. I think that's kind of a Commander Clash thing, but what decks are on the docket for today? Have you given the Black-White Ketchum Control list yet? We did play Ketchum's Control on the YouTubes. We're gonna try the Expel deck, I think, is the second deck today. Life Gain Shenanigans. I don't even know what I want to what do we even do against this deck? Yeah, do we just run it? Yeah, maybe the Wraths. We can't expect our opponent to do that little again. That was kind of extremely. But why are they playing a bunch of Wraths in there? I don't know what our opponent's deck's up to. That's a weird build. Hey, what's up, Cat Cam fan? Is Macy's not a parade company? I live in the middle of nowhere in upstate New York. We don't have fancy places like Macy's. Oh yeah, please send me, if you ever have a cool list, please send it to me. I'd love to see it. Yeah, maybe Yellow Assurance worth it. I don't really have a grasp on what our opponent's deck's trying to do. Our deck is very good at drawing Elegant Pollers. I will give it credit for that. I have one Paper Standard deck, one Modern deck, and like a dozen Commander decks. I only really play Commander. If you're someone that has a lot of decks, how many do you actually use? Yeah, that's almost where I live. Walmart's like, you can get to Walmart in like half hour, 40 minutes. So not quite as bad as yours, but similar middle of nowhere area. Urbra's Forge. That's actually something we did not really prepare for. Well, extrude your face. Yeah, Cadromos is really good. Silly question, is the stream different content from YouTube? Yes. So we do have a replay YouTube that is just actually the full stream VODs just get uploaded there, so they will always exist if people want to go back and watch them. But the main YouTube and the Twitch, completely different. Like, the videos don't come from the Twitch streams. If we play a deck on YouTube, I usually try to avoid playing it on stream. So the idea is it's completely different content. I wonder what do you think the optimal number is? So Mega Magikarp, you have 22 as your max amount. You're down to 20. How many of those did you realistically play? Is what I'm kind of curious of. Like, how good of advice is it to trim down on your decks? Because I feel like even I, who have like, I think like 5 decks that are kind of put together, and like most of them, like I said, I'm not really even going to keep together. I'm just going to cycle through stuff. But I feel like, yeah, let's mill that. I guess we just play the Seraph. Yeah, let's just play the Seraph. But I feel like if you have 20 decks, what do you play? 5 regularly? 10 regularly? 3 a week? Okay. Because I feel like I have like 5, and I probably play like 3 of them. Like almost half the decks I have, I could probably just straight up tear apart because I don't actually play them that often anyway. Either because like they're too strong, or they're too weak, or they're what, like there's some reason I don't play them. That I play them a couple times and I'm like, oh, I ran into, when I put together my Kemball Profiteering Mayor deck, I ran into the fact that it was just miserable if anyone else was playing tokens, so I stopped playing it because of that. So I feel like I have several decks that exist that I just don't play that often. I'll play the land. We're kind of getting got by this Urabras Forge. I mean, I guess we just Daretti. Getting back a big Steel Seraph is kind of good if it lives. So maybe our opponent's a control deck? How did they go from Case of an Eaten Feast ×3 to this? Transformational sideboard. Found it. Even more get loss. Well, we will get back the Steel Seraph. Give it lifelink. Pass the turn. I'm going in for an interview at a company that will be a big upgrade for me. Ooh, I'm super anxious, but I'm inspired by you. You've got to do something, even if it's against the odds. Even if it doesn't succeed, you might find something awesome from the experience. Thanks for being a beacon of positivity, Joe. Thank you for the kind words, and you're going to crush it. I'm going to be rooting for you. Go crush the interview. That's such a great way to look at it. That's how I look at things, and it works for me. So good luck, Joe. Let me know next stream how it goes, because I'm sure you're gonna do great. The deck building and sleeving. Sleeving. Oh, I love deck building is probably my favorite thing in Magic. Sleeving. If I could never sleeve it, that's the downside of Paper Commander Clash. It has made me hate sleeving. Oh god, it's made me hate sleeving. It is the worst when you got to do it every week for Commander Clash. Oh my god. Monogreen Stumpy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. I do not know what to do about this. Well, that's Legion Extruder. Kill the toy. Legion Extruder. Sack a map. The problem is this Urabras Forge. We don't have a clean answer to Urabras Forge, and that's what's really getting us. For the Phyrexia, that's got to go graveyard. Well, past the turn. Christoph, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super, thank you. Gruul Trinkets EDH. I got like 3 deck lists we got to look at. I pulled it up. Let's finish this game, and we'll look at it when we go to sideboarding. Yeah, I could see Stella. I have a hard time with Spellslinger too. I actually have a from my standards, very strong Spellslinger deck that Doug made me actually and gifted to me, which was super cool. But it's so strong that I find that I do play it because it's really cool. But a lot of pods I don't play it just because I think it's actually just like on the upper power level of what I'm kind of comfortable with. How do we survive? So this is going to make a 6/6? Man. That Forge, though. Well, let's play this Chandra. Let's sack an actually, let's just discard. Let's discard Salvation Engine. Draw a land. Okay. Yeah, we will pass the turn. Having to spend a removal spell on the Urabras Forge token feels so bad. It feels so bad. Do you ever play Bracket 4 pods? It sounds like you never have a Tergrid or a Troxa to play against. Yeah, I mean, it really depends on what you're playing against. Like, if I'm playing against other strong commanders, then the Pekka and Halden deck is actually perfect. It's kind of my go-to when someone's like, so I haven't really played since they started doing the bracket thing outside of like the Commander Clash play group, but it's the kind of deck that if someone wants to do a bracket 4 game, it's going to be the deck that I break out. Oh, that's hilarious. It shrinks it. It shrinks it. Oh, opponent punted. They punted. They might have punted. They might have punted us to victory. Oh, God, that's so good. The non-bow. Oh, they get to make a toy. That's awkward. That's still kind of bad. So we need to, let's see. So opponent makes a 1/1. It pings us for 1. It grows their dorks. So we need to block here. And then get lost the 4/4. This Porcelain Gallery might give us a chance. Maybe. Maybe. It's going to be close. It's going to be super close. About it. Oh, is there gold in the store? Oh, we're going to have to check out the store. So let's kill the horror. You get some maps. Shrink the toy. Stay at 3. Man, I wish we had a Biza. A Biza would be so helpful. So we're going to have to kill this War Leader's Call. Also kind of need to kill this Authority of the Consuls. That's a lot of things that we got to deal with, don't it? Well, land, okay. Passes. Portal to Phyrexia. 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, Chandra. Take it up. Discard the portal. Draw a land. Well, play Inspiring Vantage. How do we stay alive here? So we can't kill this. Well, I guess we just pass for now. No attacks. Unfortunately, Get Lost can't kill artifacts, or we would love to kill the forge. Opponent, even more forges. Oh, that's going to kill us. Does this not look like a completely different deck than game 1? No, we saw all this life gain jank in game 1. Where's all the life gain jank? We've seen quite a few cards this game. How do we go from life gain jank to what's going on here? Is there any way out of this? So this is going to make 2 tokens. They're going to be 3 3s. We can blow up this to not take damage. We can blow up this, which lets us make a blocker. This might let us stay alive at 1, maybe. I'm not actually sure. I think it's our best bet. The War Leader's Call is an issue. But now we can make untapped Legion Extruder tokens. We can make untapped Legion Extruder tokens to try to block. Yeah, opponent hits us to 1. Goes to combat. Oh, we're actually just dead because I have trample. So we're going to take the 1. All right. Yep. We tried, but Urbras, how do we kill an Urbras Forge? I guess we need these Thunder of the Gateways. I don't think that Atlas Jordan actually does anything in this matchup, unfortunately. Especially with how they sideboarded. Oh, we had the Perilous Snares too, so we actually had outs in the deck. We just didn't find them in time. Oh, Thunder of the Gateway seems great based on what our opponent's doing. Go down a Dragon Engine. I guess we go down the Wrath. Maybe the Wrath, our opponent's deck looks so much different. I guess we go, maybe we keep 1. Let's go 1 Wrath. 1 Intruder right now like that. I think we're good. We got him. Silex could be worth it. Just get rid of the enchantments. Maybe it should have been Silex instead of the Wrath, actually. That might have been better. All right, we'll give it a go. I mean, this hand's okay. We can loot with the Scrapwork Mutt. Get rid of something. Yeah, I feel like it'll just die, though. That's the problem with Elish Norn. Like, if it sticks, it can be great. But I feel like with the amount of removal we saw from that deck, I don't think it's actually that likely that we're going to be able to stick it for a meaningful amount of time. Opponent loves their Authority of the Consuls. Well, play the land. I'm actually shocked they haven't sideboarded out Authority of the Consuls. Authority of the Consuls doesn't actually seem good against our deck, but it's kind of actually doing some work. Oh, Caretaker's Talent would make sense from what we've seen. But they're, yeah, okay, they still have case... I really don't know. What our opponent's about. I am confused. Well, hit you with the Mutt. And do we want to extrude? Yeah, let's wait. Hit you to 70, bastard. Hey, what's up, Big Snarf? How are you? Reluctant role model. Well, thankfully, we have an easy answer to that. So we will Legion Extruder. Snipe the role model. Get in headshot. And I guess we just keep on mutton. Too many Mega Magikarps. There's a whole pot. Oh wait, do we have a portal in the grave? No, that was last game. We could use a portal in the graveyard. Opponent. Essence Channeler. All right, that's a thing. That is a thing. That is a thing. Well, let's play Chandra. Let's tick it up to do so. We need to find a removal spell. Discard a card. Phyrexian Dragon Engine. Well, I'll hit you. About it. Down to 14. Oh, wait. So if Chandra lives... we can actually do kind of a cool thing here. Found it. Grows Essence Channeler, Downmaker's Shop. I think Chandra lives it while they're going face. Okay. Now opponent gains some life. Hits us down to 15. We draw Mirix. So we get to Chandra. Take it up. Discard the Phyrexian Dragon Engine. Ah, the synergies. Draw a card. We will play the Mirix. We will play Daretti. Sack a mutt. Get back the Dragon Engine. Draw 3 cards. Yes, please. Oh, okay. And there's a Perilous Vault for next turn, which is something. Assuming we're not just dead. Opponent. This is a scary turn. That is a big Essence Channeler. That is a big, scary Essence Channeler. Do you think that Deserted Doppelgang deck is the best for my favorite sorcery, or do you have any other better ways to play the card in Standard? I feel like I could watch Doppelgang deck videos all day. I do love Doppelgates. Ah, that card's just so much fun. Wait, does it not have flying? Oh, we're gonna block super quick here. Okay, so we dropped to 14. Draw another Chandra. Yeah, I mean, Doppelgang, the big thing is you need a bunch of mana. So the desert deck's really fun, but you could play it in like a domain style deck. Basically, the challenge is, can I get to 11 mana consistently? If you can get to 11 mana consistently, Doppelgang can do crazy things. We actually just, I don't know if you were here a few minutes ago, we played against someone playing Doppelgang Invasion of Arcavios, and it actually looked really cool because it was kind of infinite Doppelgangs because you copy the invasion to get back to Doppelgang. Very slow, but when they got set up, it was like this infinite loop. And it looked really cool. Well, we're going to, let's see, Perilous Snare. Gotta get rid of this Essence Channeler. Play a Plains. Play a Chandra. Oh, this is actually super cute. Okay, so check this out. Chandra. Gonna sack this Phyrexian Dragon Engine. And then we'll go to combat. We'll get in with this Daretti. We'll get back the Phyrexian Dragon Engine. We're gonna sack a map. We'll discard our hand. Draw some new cards. Oh, this Phyrexian Dragon Engine's doing some work. It is doing some work. Headshot. Yeah, Doppelgang is just such a cool card. Oh, Anna Pikel's kind of frightening here. Found it. Getting in. Anna Pikeli. We need like a portal or something. We need a big artifact. Or just some removal. We would also accept some removal. Okay, there's a get lost. That counts. Well, let's... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's play the Verge. Steel Seraph, full price. Let's... Let's take up Chandra.
Let's
Discard the scrapwork mod. Draw a card. Oh, Sunder Gateway is also very good. Go to combat. Lifelink up Daretti. I don't actually think we want to reanimate. We'll just leave the mutts in the graveyard. We don't want to discard either of these. These are both very good. Hatch you to 16. Gain back some life. Increase the speed. The Fishbowl San Diego. Wait, how did the Fishbowl, how did the tournament go? Largest 2-day CDH event in San Diego last week. Ran into higher from playing with power. The top 16 tournament was so diverse. I feel like CDH is probably a pretty cool format. I've never gotten, like, I've played some games of CDH with CDH, like, people, or we've done some on Commander Clash. I played some games, and I thought it was fun, but I've never actually gotten, like, hardcore into it, like going to tournaments or anything. But it seems sweet. Wow, more Chandras. Well, let's tick up the Chandra.
Just a quick pit stop.
Discard a Chandra. Find a Steel Seraph. Well, let's Sunder the Gateway. Get rid of the Urabras Forge, and opponent scoops it up, and that actually went pretty well. Actually pretty well. Someone in the top 16 with Garuda. I mean, that does look pretty diverse. Derevi, Ragak, Partners, Magda, Tevashet, Garuda, Heliod. Wait, Heliod's actually like a... Look, wait, that's a lot of... Why are there so many draws in CDH tournaments? Like... What does a draw mean in these standings? So, like, how does someone go 3 wins, 1 loss, 4 draws? That means, is a draw, like, second or third? Like, what does that mean? Like, is it you get a win if you get first, you get a loss if you're last, and if you're in between, it counts as a draw? I'm actually not sure how these standings work. That does look pretty diverse, though. Very diverse. Eureka moment. I feel like Mill has potential. Mill's just so good against the domain decks that I feel like that by itself is a reason to think that Mill could actually be good. Jace is just so good against them. And Riverturn Monument is like kind of a backup Jace. It's kind of funny. It's bad as a first Jace. You don't want this to be the first big Mill spell, but it's very good as the second Jace, or especially the third Jace. Like if you Jace first and Mill 15, then you Riverturn Monument, then it actually becomes like an even better Jace. Yeah, that looks sweet. I feel like Mill has potential. Ketramos. This actually looks pretty similar to Ketramos. Oh my god, I played against the Ketramos. Oh, what is the card? Soul Search? I played against a Ketramos player yesterday, and I swear, their deck was overloaded with Soul Searches. I'm convinced that they thought that it would trigger their Ketramos. It's either that or they did like just a search for Exile and they saw Exile and put it in. But it was actually very good against me. The 2-mana Thoughtseize actually kind of wrecked me, but I was like, oh, it's gotta be a punt. It's gotta be a deck building punt that I'm losing to, but it's working. It's working. Oh, please check out my project. What is your project? Ever-growing Esper Flame. Wait, what is... I think I need a description of what the project is. Because I see there's a lot of cards. That's a big list of cards. What is the idea of the project for Etoile? So here's the explanation. The meta is super grindy. So where will rise is multiple situations where 2 people can go for the win, and the only thing the one person can do to stop one of them, the person will then politic in the table agreeing to draw by saying that each player that he'll let the other win if they don't agree to the draw. So everyone has to draw as it's the highest EV play in terms of points. Interesting. What do you think about that? Like, is that a good way for like, I don't know. It's very different than other formats. I don't have a strong opinion because I don't play CDH. I'm curious what CDH players think about that. Is that considered to just be like a healthy part of the meta, and it's just like, hey, we got the Dice to Doomblade accomplishment somehow? Is that just considered to be Tarkir teaser? Oh, Tarkir teaser. Is that just considered to be part of the meta, or is that something that people are trying to fix in the format? All right, it's time. Tarkir Dragonstorm spoilers start a week from today. 1 week from today, we're going to be watching spoilers in the stream, but we got our teaser. I have not seen any of this, so we're going to check this out together right now. So every time a new set's about to drop, Mark Rosewater releases the teaser. Previews, before previews officially been, I thought it would be fun to do another Duelist style teaser where you have tiny hints of things to come. Note that I'm only giving you partial information. So here's what's coming in Tarkir Dragonstorm, and I gotta say, this is a set I'm waiting for. For me, Tarkir Dragonstorm, and honestly, weirdly, Edge of Eternities, those are the two sets that I am really counting down the days for this year. The other sets, I think Final Fantasy also looks very cool. Avatar, I have no idea how cool that's going to be. No real opinion on that. Spider-Man, personally, and this is probably sacrilege, and it's probably going to get people mad, I think that's the set I'm least hyped for by, like, kind of a significant margin. I don't do superhero stuff. So because I don't do superhero stuff, I don't care. But anyway, let's see if we can figure out what is being teased for Tarkir Dragonstorm. That's what sold me. I was actually worried. I thought Edge of Eternity could go either way, and it would either be like an outer space hat set, and I would probably not really like it, or it was going to be like I don't want to use the word real magic set, but a more traditional magic set in outer space, and then it was going to be super awesome. So set the view at the tags, then it's 69 plus 31, a full commander deck. Ooh. All right, here we go. First up, here's some things you can expect. A cycle of Dragonstorm enchantments. So wait, what is Dragonstorm, chat? What does that even mean? What is a Dragonstorm enchantment? Does this mean Dragonstorm? I'm very curious. We've had cycles of dragon artifacts. What is dragon? Is this a new thing? I mean, Dragonstorm means something in Magic. It is literally a storm card. We've already seen Storm back. But it says enchantments, a cycle of Dragonstorm. Oh, okay. So it's maybe a flavor thing of the dragons causing the storm. 2 planeswalkers, which is actually more than most sets. So we know Ugin. We know Ugin's in it. What do you think the second planeswalker is? Oh, if all the dragons in the set have storm, oh my goodness. Wait, so... Oh, wait. Are those siege style enchantments? I mean, we have some spoilers for this. Are those siege style enchantments Dragonstorm enchantments? Like this? It doesn't say Dragonstorm on it. I'm sure there's a cycle of these as well. So 2 planeswalkers. Ugin, I'm pretty confident, is one of them. Sarkhan, we already have seen a non-planeswalker card, which makes me think it's not Sarkhan, because having planeswalker, non-planeswalker in the same set would be weird. I guess it could be Nicol Bolas. That is another super iconic dragon. Actually, no. You know what it is, chat? Siege Rhino has ascended. I mean, the Omen Paths are open. All I'm saying... There's no reason that Siege Rhino cannot hop into the Omen Pass and go wherever he wants. I want the Siege Rhino Planeswalker. I want the Siege Rhino Planeswalker. A card that can tutor for one of 2 other cards. I missed one. Some counters in the set. Decayed. Oh boy, I hate... Decayed is the worst. My god, do I hate Decayed. Decayed, lifelink. Actually, I guess it's a counter rather than mechanic, so it's probably fine. The Decayed mechanic was so bad. Decayed, lifelink, and time counters. Interesting. A card that can tutor for one of 2 other cards. Do you like cards like that? Are you a fan of... I'm thinking like Bog Brew Witch might be the best example. Or at least an example. A card like this where when it enters, or you can tap it and pay 2 and search your library for Festering New or Bubbling Cauldron. I think it's kind of cool, especially when it's not used super heavily. If like we had a ton of these every set, I think it would get annoying to keep track of. But when they use it lightly, I think it's actually a pretty cool challenge. What's the It kind of they don't search for each other, but it reminds me of that cycle. I think you sent me a deck with these at one point, Mega Magikarp. The cycle artifacts that all power each other up that are so bad now. Throne of are they thrones? They were up from like I don't know a core set forever ago. That'll be sweet. I wonder what the cards will be. I guess we'll find out. A legendary enchantment. Ooh, a legendary enchantment. Don't get all crazy over there, Tarkir. A Hydra that uses a clan keyword. An instant that generates 5 effects. Okay. I mean, we've seen like not overwhelming splendor. What's the 6-mana blue counter spell? The Empire cards. Yeah, those. I knew you'd remember those, Mega Magikarp. An instant that generates 5. It could be like Sublime Epiphany. I mean, Sublime Epiphany is literally an instant with 5 effects, right? Like Sublime Epiphany, 6 mana, choose one or more, counter a spell, counter activate a triggered ability, bounce something, copy something. So it might be something like, it's got to be some big spell like that. Or the Seasons, yeah, it's another good example. Dragons each get a new typal enchantment based on a popular... Oh, wait. Oh, I was so excited for a minute because my first thought was it was going to be Necroduality for dragons, which would be a super cool card. The thing is, Necroduality is not a tribal enchantment. It's not a kindred enchantment, right? It just refers to zombies. Now we got to go to Scryfall. We need an enchantment that is a zombie. Is there actually a zombie enchantment? No, not really. I mean, there's zombie creature enchantments. Am I misreading this? Dragons get a new typal. Oh, okay. So I guess that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be like a dragon enchantment in the sense that it's actually like a tribal or kindred enchantment. So I guess it could be Necroduality. Okay, well, this makes it very easy then. So what we can do, how about this? We go enchantment, we go zombie. We go enchantment and we go zombie. We search, and then we sort by EDH rec rank. So what are enchantments that refer to zombies that could be shifted to endless ranks of dragons? Dragonstorm? That wouldn't work. We already have Dragonstorm. Rooftop Dragon. Necroduality. It's gotta be 1, 2, 3. It's gotta be one of these 3, I think. I think it's gotta be Rooftop Storm, Endless Ranks of Dead, or Necroduality. It's gotta be one of those 3. I guess it could be like a Liliana's Mastery. I don't think that counts as popular enough, though, to really matter. I would put my money on... Oh, boy. I feel like Rooftop Storm is too busted for dragons. I feel like it works with zombies because zombies are generally a pretty cheap creature type. So it's not like you can just play a Rooftop Storm and dump 40 mana value of zombies into play very easily. Dragons, though, are a very expensive creature type. If you could go 6 mana, all my dragons are free, it would just be so insane. I bet, yeah, we already kind of have Necroduality for dragons. In Miram, which is a popular dragon commander, I'm going with Necroduality. I think it's Necroduality for dragons. I would say that's number 1. Endless rank. I don't think they can do Rooftop Storm unless it costs like 12 mana or something absurd. Like it would have to cost a lot. Yeah, it would have to be like 10 plus mana. They couldn't put in at 6 mana. That would be silly. I'm also curious, have they confirmed? I haven't seen this. Maybe one of you have seen this. Have they confirmed that Storm is actually a mechanic in the set? So we know that there's a dragon that has Storm on it. So that part we do know. But do we know if it's actually like one of the mechanics in the set and there's going to be additional Storm cards? Or did they just put one Storm dragon in the set because it's Tarkir Dragonstorm? If there's actually Storm coming back to Standard and we're going to have like Grape Shots and stuff running around, oh boy, Standard's about to get wild. It almost makes sense with the Otter stuff, right? The Otters haven't really taken off yet, but they have the Storm kind of sub-theme unkeyworded. It would synergize with Bloomborough. Maybe they would. Although it will be the funniest day when The literal mechanic that the storm scale is named after comes back to standard. The cameo makes sense to me. The cameo, I could see the cameo. We've seen that in the past. Grape Shot would be wild. It would be wild. A new instant and sorcery subtype. Wait, so what are subtypes? I'm actually trying to think in the context of spell subtypes, in the context of instances of sorceries, adventure, arcane, chorus for you arena only players, lesson, and trap. Okay. I guess I have no idea. So some sort of new trap type of thing. I feel like subtypes, they matter way more on creatures usually than spells. Even like a lot of these, I guess Arcane and Chorus actually have rules implications. Like Arcane splice them onto Arcane. Chorus, they power each other up. Lessons don't really do that. Traps don't really do that. Okay, that'll be cool though. I'm down for that. Oh no, did I just close? Oh, here it is. Okay, we're good. Next, here's some rules text that'll be showing up on cards. Whenever you cast a turtle spell. Whenever you cast a turtle spell, untap this creature. All right, turtle tribal incoming. As long as there are 3 or more different kinds of counters among creatures you control. So I'm going to say, what is the name? Is it Cathril? Cathril. Okay, so here's one thing we can look at. We know that Dragonstorm, Tarkir Dragonstorm is a wedge set. We know that from original Tarkir, which means there's going to be these 5 3-color pairings that are each going to have their own kind of mechanic going for it. My guess, reading, as long as there are 3 more different counters among creatures you control, to me, the first thing I thought of is Cathril, the counter shenanigans commander, is Abzan. I would not be surprised. And also, if you go back to original Tarkir, the Abzan mechanic was what? Not Exhaust, Outlast, where you would tap it to put counters on it. I bet that the Abzan mechanic is going to be counter-based. I imagine it's going to be counter-based. It's something that, which actually sounds very cool. It is from Ikoria, but we know that the color combination works for counter shenanigans. Like, white and green are primary, and then black's kind of secondary. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the Abzan mechanic be something to do with, like, weird counters. You may cast it without paying its mana cost if the spell's mana value is 8 or less. That's actually kind of... I wonder why 8 or less. 8 is such a high number. You can cast all the ultimatums and, like, the really busted things. Why 8 or less? I wonder if it's a flavor thing. Hello, Cease. Come here, Cease. Come here. You gotta say hi to your fans. Say hello to your fans. If you would put a +1/+1 counter on 5 dragons this... Oh! You win the game! Wait. Well, that actually sounds super cool. I'm probably going to be one of the first against odds cards from the set. You good, Cease? If you put a +1/+1 counter on 5 dragons this way, so it could be like an enchantment or an artifact. I mean, we haven't had... Hey, Couch Cat. We haven't had a new win the game card that was sweet in a minute. Whenever this creature enters, if you cast it, destroy that creature. Huh? Whenever a creature you control enters, if you cast it, destroy that creature. So what does this have to be? Like, how would this actually work? Yeah, that it probably will be the first against the odds. So, like, we have a couple cards that are, like, secretly choose when you play it, and then when you do something else, you kind of, like, trigger that secret choice. It could be something like that, where, like, when you play something... You choose one of your opponent's creatures, and then when another creature enters, you destroy that creature. The part that's confusing me is the destroy that creature. Like, what is the that referring to? Like, how are you choosing what the that is? I think that's the part that's interesting. And the beginning comment on your turn. If you've cast both a creature spell and a non-creature spell this turn, that sounds like some Jeskai shenanigans. Yeah, that might be Sultai. I wonder what is Jeskai? Also, I imagine turtles would be Sultai. To me, this seems Abzan. What is So Jeskai's gonna be spell slingery. Skittering Scourge had. Oh, let me look up Skittering Scourge. How did Skittering Scourge use the wording? Skittering Scourge. Oh God, Gatherer. Come on, Gatherer. You can do it. You can do it, Gatherer. There's a reason why everyone uses Scryfall now. Come on, Gatherer. Come on. Okay, a new plan. We're gonna give up on Gatherer. Oh, maybe did I type it wrong? Skittering. Oh, all right, whatever, Gatherer. This seems Jeskai to me. Then if creatures you control have total toughness of, oh, it's gonna be Sultai Butts. It's gonna be Sultai Butts. It's gonna be Butts. I think we cracked it. I think we cracked it. So Abzan's gonna be here's what they were in the old one. So I think we cracked it. The Sultai is gonna be turtles, and it's gonna be toughness matters. It's gonna be Sultai Butts. Abzan's gonna be a counter theme. Jeskai's gonna be the spell slinger theme. Mardu's the one I'm missing. I don't know. Temur. So Temur might be the Temur, what are Temur and Mardu gonna be? You think Abzan will be toughness matters? I don't know. So the thing that has me thinking Sultai is the turtle tax. And I feel like turtles are Sultai and turtles are toughness matters. So I feel like that pushes me towards Sultai. I guess it could be Abzan too, though. Huh. What the? This is a ridiculous line of text on a Magic card. Spells you cast have delve. That is literally one of the most breakable lines of text that I can think of. I mean, maybe they stick it on a 10-mana enchantment and it doesn't do anything. But if this is on anything that is sort of like competitively costed, actually, wait, does that mean Delve's coming back? Okay. I'm changing my prediction. So Sultai is going to be Delve based. Abzan is going to be Butt based. Can the counter theme be Mardu? Counter theme could be Temur. Maybe Temur is the counter theme, and then Mardu is some generic aggro thing. During your end step, warrior tokens you control have. This token can't be sacrificed. Also, warriors were in Mardu last time. Man, I'm so hyped for this set. Here's some creature type lines from the set. Dogbunk, Elephant Druid, Yeti, Jin Cleric, Zombie Advisor, Karen, Snake Shapeshifter, Chimera, Ape Snake, Zombie Snake Warlock, and here's some names from the set. All Out Assault, Cruel Truth, Desperate Measures, Dragonologist, 100 Battle Veteran, Lightfoot Technique, Rescue Leopard. I'm so happy. Okay. Compare this to Ether Drift. Compare this to Ether Drift when you get down to the end and it's like, all right, here's some names from the set. Adrenaline Junkie, Gas Guzzler, Pedal to the Metal, Road Rage, Speed Demon. Like, it's just a list of memes, right? This is a list of things that sound like Tarkir cards to me. Like, if there was a card with this name in original Tarkir, I would not think twice about it. Like, the only one that's even like a little memey, I guess, is Dragonologist, and that actually kind of makes complete sense in a dragon set. It's not a hat set. Oh man, this set's gonna be so sweet. It feels like magic. Actually, chat, I got another question. We're gonna try this other deck. Oh, I guess we need to update real. Avert your eyes. I have a question for you, chat. What do you think of the term real magic? I actually had an interesting conversation about the term real magic and whether that is a productive term to use, because it's very easy to, like, as a shortcut, because you know us magic players, we like our shortcuts. Yeah, the desktop's not too bad today. As a shortcut, it's very easy to say Tarkir, reading that list about Tarkir, it looks like real magic. Obviously, I'm not, that's not the most correct way to phrase it, because, you know, Ether Drift is also real magic or whatever, but I think it gets the point across. That has to be like Red Rocks or something. I don't know. Ever since I got this new computer, oh, I guess you can learn about the picture. There's a, it just changes. It is Capital Reef National Park. I don't know. It just randomly changes it. I lost my Ragavan picture when I changed computers. But at the same time, like, some people get offended by it because Universes Beyond cards have magic on the back. I feel like Mark Rosewater actually just said this the other day, where it's like, you know, no matter what you're playing, it's still magic. It says magic on the back of the card. You open a pack that says Magic the Gathering on it. So no matter what you're... Oh, wait, is Arena down? No matter what you're talking about, it actually technically is magic. But at the same time... Huh. Wait, are any of you on Arena at the moment? Is Arena actually just, like, straight up down at the moment? Maybe Arena's down. University Beyond could easily be a different game. Easier to say than fan fiction magic. Yeah, I think people just use it as a shortcut, right? It's just a shortcut. Huh. All right. Oh, maybe I need to log out for some reason. I really need a shorter password. Oh my god. Come on. Ah! Wait, okay. Do I not remember my own password? Hey, okay. I might have been typing it backwards. It's possible. It's possible I might have been typing my own password wrong a couple of times, but we got there. We got there. Unable to log in. Game update. Schedule maintenance currently in progress. Oh, that's awkward. Wait, right in the middle of our stream? Oh. Wait, so what did you say? You can get it from Steam? Do I need to go download it in a different way so we can keep playing Magic? That's my favorite part of spoiler season too. I love making spoiler videos, talking about new cards. Yeah, maybe it's just chanting. Maybe we're just chanting today. It's gotta be the update. Hopefully it just comes back in a second. You remember the time I put my... How many of you were here when I accidentally put my credit card number in chat? Do you remember that? That was a good one. I like had to buy some more ticks on Moto or something, and then I had to buy some more ticks on Moto, and I copy and pasted my card number for some reason. As I was trying to buy them, and then I tried to do a Scoops tier in chat, but I had copy and pasted my credit card number instead. So I was, instead of pasting a Scoops tier, I was pasting my credit card number. Yeah, that was a classic. Yeah, we did do that. Well, maybe we gotta jump over to Magic Online for a bit, I guess. All right, one more try. All right. Oh, wait. No, am I typing the wrong password again? Ah! All right, wait. No. Okay, this one. There we go. I feel like it always just takes me 3 times. Do we ever check out everyone's deck lists they sent in? Wait, what deck lists are these? Huh? Authentication failure. All right. Well, I guess we can't arena at the moment. Arena. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's Moto. Like, what other option is there? Um, maybe. Did I update? Yeah, Arena just automatically updates. Usually these updates are not a problem, and they just work. Usually the game doesn't actually go down, and you just update and then you're good. But this time it's not letting me in. I know the desktop's looking good, at the moment. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to try it again in a bit. We can do some guess that magic. All right, we haven't done that in forever. Does that still exist? It's working for you, huh? But why not me? Arena. Waiting. It's kind of weird how it works for some people and not other people. Oh, chat, I found this. So I found this website. I'm curious. So you've probably seen YouTube ads for this. I want to ask what you thought of it, because it's magic-y, sort of. Is this just so? I saw a YouTube ad for this box.gg, and it was like, oh, it's some magic card pulling website or like TCG website. I looked at it. I don't know much about like CSGO gambling or whatever. Is this just a gambling site? What is the best I could tell is you pay money to get gems, and then you pay gems to open these boxes. And then if you look at like this box, 0.01% of the time you get a Mox Diamond, 0.02% you get a Mox Diamond, 47% you get Unlucky Drop, and then 50% you get a Gemstone. Like, basically, there's a small chance of getting a very high-end card, and then most of the time you're getting a bulk card. Is this just the same as those like Cisco gambling sites, but for... I mean, it's kind of intriguing, but at the same time, like, is it just gambling? Is it a bad thing to support? Yeah, like when you read it, it looks kind of scammy, right? It looks like kind of rip-offy, but maybe it's just gambling. Oh no, Harita's dead. Booster packs are not gambling enough for some people. You need to gamble on top of the booster pack. First you got to open the booster pack to get a magic card, and then you make your own fake booster pack to sell your magic cards. I mean, yeah, gambling is weird because in some sense magic is also gambling, right? Or at least the game of Magic isn't gambling, but the opening of booster packs, I don't know how you actually see a difference between that and gambling. The fact that you're trading your US dollars for their gems is a major red flag. But Arena. But in Arena, I'm always trading my USD for their gems. Constantly, like every set release, I give them many USD for gems. Lord of the Rings fandom drafts. Why are we doing Lord of the Rings again? Oh, I think that Lord of the Rings sales end this summer. I'm pretty sure when they announced it, 2 years. So I bet they're pushing pushing this out again. Oh, there's not even free Vintage Cube Preview League. What is, I don't even know what that is. Oh, I don't actually have a ticket for it. Wait, can you actually try it for free? Oh, that's actually kind of sweet if it's a free way to draft. You should try that. Vintage cubing is super fun. We can Super Jump Phantom League. I bet, are there actually people in this league? There's no way there's people in this league. There's no way people are playing Super Jump Phantom. What even is Super Jump Phantom? Should we click yes? Lord of the Rings Phantom Draft. Lord of the Rings was actually a pretty good set. That set was actually fun to draft. Oh, you got to redeem a code in the store. I see. What is Super Jump? Can we Momir? So we could Momir, but I'd have to Momir against one of you. Actually, I think we can Momir. Oh, there's a queue. No one's in it, but we should be able to do Momir, right? In open play. Momir basic open play. Oh, I don't even have a Momir deck on this account. Oh, no. I guess we got to build a Momir deck real quick. Momir used to be more popular. I wish it was still, because it's such a cool format. All right, are any of you actually going to play Momir against me? Because I don't think there's any point unless one of you want to play. Hey, what's up, Quarter Place? How are you? Good to see you. I mean, Momir's super easy to build. It's literally just the avatar and then a bunch of basic lands. The draw meta is awful. Losing Dockside, Lotus Encrypt was kind of bad in the turbo decks in the format, but now there's Valley Floodcaller and Border Upon the Winds. People can sit around and wait for someone to put a win on the stack and then try to win over the top of it. CDH is mid-range hell. I will say Border Upon the Wind has had an impact that is kind of annoying in Timeless too. Like, that's those show and tell decks in Timeless, I feel like have gotten way more annoying because of what are we missing? Planes have gotten way more annoying because of that deck. Being able to win at instant speed is actually super strong. Yeah, we just went over the teaser and then Arena died. With it being around the corner and the likelihood of something in Grinding Station being banned, do you want to see more unbans in Modern? Some ideas are Dread Return Birthing Pod, Blazing Shoal, and Ponder. What are your thoughts? Let me pull up the Modern ban list. I will say that the one thing I hope does not come out of Breach breaking Modern, the one thing I don't want to happen is Wizards to stop unbanning cards. Because the way I look at it is like this. Over the past year, I have enjoyed Modern for like not many days. I would say up until the unbannings, not much of my time was spent enjoying Modern. The 2 months after the unbannings are the most fun I've had playing Modern in a couple of years at least. Like, it actually had me really excited about playing Modern again and checking out these old cards and trying out these old decks, and like, it was really, really sweet. Yes, it ended up leading to Breach being broken, but those 2 months of joy of getting to check out these old cards again, for me, it was worth it. So I hope that Wizards does not take the lesson that, oh no, we should not unban cards in Modern. The lesson that they should take is something that the community brought up pretty much immediately, which is Mox Opal itself might not have been a very smart risk. Like, if you just look at the cards that are banned in Modern, I would put Mox Opal very, very far down the list of cards that I would think could actually be unbanned in the format. Like, cards that I would put ahead of that I think you could unban pretty easily. Artifact lands. I think artifact lands would be a fine thing to try to unban. Birthing Pod, I think, is the closest thing we have to Splinter Twin. I think the next time that things are getting boring and people are getting salty about Modern, I think that Wizards will just unban Birthing Pod. And I can't believe that Birthing Pod's going to be a problem now. Like, we live in a world, if you watch the tournament this weekend with the Breach decks, it's like Breach versus Storm. And it's like, oh, both of these decks can just like win on turn 2 with a decent draw. The idea that Birthing Pod is somehow going to be too problematic because you're like, can chain together a bunch of creatures and combo on turn 4 or something, like, it's silly. Like, I hope that Birthing Pod's playable. If anything, Splinter Twin is like totally flopped. If you look at the foreign bannings, Splinter Twin tier 5, like not even in the format really. I would say Faithless Oozing positive. Green Sun Zenith, it's annoying that Amulet Titan got a little better, but overall it's been a positive. And then Mox Opal maybe a negative. But I would say Birthing Pod, I'm always in the unban Blazing Shoal camp. I can't believe people are actually going to play Progenitus in their Infect decks in 2025. But it is a card that kills very quickly when it works. So if part of the problem with Modern is all these super fast kills, that is something that Blazing Shoal does. So that is a counter argument for that. But I think Birthing Pod's really easy. If you're banning Mox Opal, I mean, they just put Chromox in Timeless. I don't really want to see more fast mana, but if Wizards okay with unbanning something like Mox Opal, they might be okay with unbanning Chromox. But I would say cards that are very easily okay, in my opinion. Birthing Pod, super easy. Unban it. Deathrite Shaman, I think Deathrite Shaman would be the hero in Modern. Like, if this powers up a deck like Jund, please. Like, I would like Modern to feature some sort of deck like that. I think if there's been a positive development in Modern recently, it's probably Ketramos is the most positive development, where we've actually seen like a fair mid-rangey deck that isn't trying to combo, that is, well, I guess somewhat filled with Modern Horizons cards, but still, like, it's a pretty fair, like, back and forth mid-range archetype. I like when those decks are good in Modern, so I think that Deathrite would be a very good one. The Delve cards, I kind of lean towards no. The Delve cards are the tough one. Dread Return, maybe. So I think Dread Return, the question is, I'd have to think through the combos that it enables, because I know, like, in Legacy, the main use of Dread Return is like a dredge finisher, and like Manaless Dredge, where you mill and get your Narcomoebas, then you sack the Narcomoebas to the Dread Return and get back your fin. Like, is there going to be some sort of like turn 2 win combo around Dread Return that's available in Modern? If yes, then maybe we shouldn't unban it. If no, then I think it's fine to unban. Field of the Dead, Eye of Ugin, Fury. Gitaxian Probe, just that wouldn't be healthy. Oh, Glimpse is another very easy one. Glimpse, like, elves are so bad. The decks that, yes, it's a combo-y card, but it's a combo-y card that, like, supports creature decks. And those decks are just so bad right now that I think this would actually be a very good time to unban Glimpse. I guess if you want to ban Golgari Grave Troll again and just have it be the meme that, like, it constantly gets banned and unbanned, I guess that's fine. Like, yes, Dredge is very annoying when it's too good, but it does just scoop to graveyard hate. And is it really out of line with the power level of current Modern? Maybe actually not. I can see it. I actually think Hypergenesis is a card I'd like to see unbanned. The thing about Hypergenesis is, yeah, it's another, oh, man, I wish there was like pop-ups on here so you could actually see the cards. Is there a, oh, here, this is better. This actually has the pop-ups. Hypergenesis is just another Living End. It's another Living End. It's another Rhinos, Crashing Footfalls. Another one of those no mana value spells that you're able to cascade into. With Cascade being powered down, I actually think it's fine. I don't think the Hypergenesis is meaningfully different than something like Living End or Rhinos. Like, the upside is you get to put a bunch of Hemerkals or Eldrazi into play. The downside is you gotta fill your deck with a bunch of these uncastably bad cards. So if your opponent does stop the Hypergenesis, you're not gonna win a fair game plan. So I actually don't think it's actually that problematic. KCI, no chance. The other ones that are super interesting, Ponder, I think, is in the conversation. Punishing Fire, I think, should be unbanned. Simian Spirit Guide, like it is laughable. This is commander ban list level laughable that you ban the monkey that makes 1 red mana a single time and lets me play Blood Moon on turn 2, and unleash Mox Opal that makes a man of any color every single turn. And like, it's just, that one's silly to me. Like, if my take is you shouldn't unban the fast mana, period. But if you're gonna unban the fast mana, Simian Spirit Guide would be the first fast mana spell I would unban. I don't know. This might be insane. Should we just unban Skullclap, chat? Like, have we reached the point where Skullclamp is fair? Like, I know Skullclamp's very powerful. Maybe it'd be too good. But I could almost see, like, maybe it could be okay. I think that Umezawa Jitte is easy okay. I would say that the top 5 in my list are probably Umezawa Jitte, I strongly feel should be unbanned. Punishing Fire, I think could very easily be unbanned. Birthing Pod, I think is very high on the list of cards who should be unbanned. Deathrite Shaman, also very high on the list of cards I think should be unbanned. And then Glimpse of Nature. Those would probably be my next 5. Would be those. And the thing I like about them is I think that they're safe in the sense that I don't think they're going to breach up the meta or anything. And I also think people are going to be hyped about them. Like, just like when they unbanned Splinter Twin, I think people are going to be excited to try Birthing Pod. And then they're going to find that Birthing Pod isn't actually that good in 2025. And it's going to be like some low tier card that gets Besagied all the time. It doesn't really work. But people are going to like get that nostalgia hit, right? Of like, back in 2015, my Birthing Pod deck won me a GP, won me an FNF. Like, people are going to get that nostalgia hit. Rite of Flame. So I don't know if I want more rituals. Honestly, that's the biggest reason I didn't want them to. Let's try Arena again, see if it's back up yet. That was the biggest reason that I didn't really want to see Mox unbanned, is I just think the fast mana is bad for the format. I think that those cards, all they do is speed up the degenerate things. And just making the degenerate combo decks a little bit faster is not something I'm really excited about in Modern. Is Arena just straight up dead? Is Arena still working for all of you? Do we get banned midstream? It is definitely not letting us in. Huh. Funkimo for the 7th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super, thank you. Do we actually need to reinstall? Yeah, the problem is restarting my computer is easy. It just crashes the stream, which is not ideal. All right, wait, is it actually just working for all of you? I do not have Arena through Steam. Yeah, they said there was going to be an update, but usually the update is just like you restart and it works. It's still working for all of you? All right, we're going to... Oh, boy. All right. So I guess we got to re-download it real quick. So hopefully this fixes it if it's working for all of you. Enjoy this beautiful picture of rocks. Once Upon a Time... Not really excited about Once Upon a Time coming off the ban list. I feel like it's just a card that adds consistency to. It was not fun. It was not fun. It just powers up things by making it more consistent, and it's another card that sort of minimizes the slots in your deck because it's very easy to play 56 cards and have that fill it up. Yeah, my desktop's actually kind of clean today. Surprisingly clean. And all right, download Magic Arena. Well, if this doesn't work, then I guess we're just out of luck. Should I get it from... Is it better to get it from Steam? Is it different to get it from Steam? Does that actually... Does it matter if I get it from Steam or if I get it from the website? All right, Arena. That is a very big rock, isn't it? I guess technically that is one very large rock. That rock's actually got a tree growing out of it. It actually kind of reminds me of Vegas. When we went to Vegas, was it last year? It might have been 2 Vegases ago. But regardless, the crew really want to go out in the desert. Well, like half the crew. Half the crew really likes going out in the desert doing wilderness stuff. Then you got me and Krim that are like, that doesn't sound like sitting in front of my computer playing Magic. What are you all even talking about? So, but we ended up getting drug out in the desert, and it was actually kind of cool. It was kind of cool. I know. Don't get used to it. Don't get used to it. My desktop is usually not this clean. Or maybe Arena's just actually... Maybe Arena's just actually down. Maybe Arena's just actually straight up down. So awkward. Yeah. I mean, that's a new install, and it's still doing it. Arocalypse for the 60th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big tip, thank you. Am I gonna buy the... Oh, okay, if everyone else having issues, then I guess... Ooh, wait. Oh, interesting. I've never seen this before. Magic Wordle? How to play. Guess the magic card in 20 guesses. Uses the first printing each card. A complete green bar in any positions mean you got this part correct. Blah, 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 blah. Wait, how does this work? Let's see. Type a card name. Brainstorm. Oh, this is not cool at all. Okay. What is Spellify? Oh, this actually makes more sense to me. Blood Moon. Wait, what would this one be? So is this... I've never played this before. Is this saying that it's a white card with these mana symbols? It's like Hangman, but for MTG. Legendary enchantment slash. What could this be? Okay, so let's put a T in there. T is a common letter, right? Oh, there's some T's. Opponent doesn't fit there. OPPO, no. Shrine. Oh, it's not a shrine. What other enchantment types are there? There's an S up here. What other enchantment types are there? Curse. Nope. There are a lot of C's, though. Background. Oh, I don't know any backgrounds. Okay, so it's a background. Help me, chat. Help me. I'm not gonna get this because I don't know backgrounds. I've never played with backgrounds. We only got 8 guesses left. We need some vowels. How about what's the most popular vowel? E? Oh, season. No, we already did S. Beacon. B. Let's do a... No, we already did all those letters. Inspiring. LE. Oh, can I just type it in? Guess. Oh, now we can guess the card I see. Inspiring leader. And good job, chat. Good job, chat. Try hard mode. All right, try it. Let's do hard mode. What's hard mode? Oh, you don't even see the. Oh, that might be too hard. This might be too hard. Wait, look at that ability though. Look at those 5 mana symbols. That looks familiar to me. That looks familiar. Those 5 mana symbols. Wooburg. It's a creature. So let's put a C in there. Creature. Joda. It could be Joda. Also, there's a hyphen in the name up here, which I think this is one of the giveaways. Joda. Najila. Wooburg. Let's try an N. No, so not Najila. Sisse? Okay, not Sisse. I don't really want to guess J. Let's do, if it's Joda, it's not Joda. Blank N. S is a common letter. Yeah, we already did S, and we didn't get that many. Who's the guy that finds lands? What is this last ability? How about an A? Let's do an A. Oh, okay. So pay a bunch of mana. What is this ability? A-N. Oh, it's the name. And oh. So it's not Golos. Oh, I feel like Anixthea. Yeah, I think you're right, Mega Magic Carp. Let's try a T. Nope. Not Anixthea. So this has to be legendary creature. So we know there's elves in here. Legendary creature. Aurelia the War Leader. No. Aurelia. No. Is it Aurelia? A-R. Let's do a U. Not Aurelia. Oh! We're running out of guesses. Only 5 guesses left. Oh, Blade. No, it's not Blade. What is the? So it says something the. Something. We're so. Amzrag. The Quake Mole. Amzrag. Hey! Who was it? Pontologist? I might have been Pontologist first. I think that's right. A-N. Can I spell it correctly? A-N-Z. Rag. The Quake Mole. Man, I thought that card was going to be good too. Hey! Oh man, we're good at this. We're too good at this. Can we just do another one? Are we not? We gotta wait? 10 hours? No. Really? Oh, wait, there's no like backlog? Can you only do one of these a day? Aw. Someone should make this game that you can just play it all the time. That would be a good thing to do when Arena's down. I mean, we did good though. Scryfall still got the art game. I mean, how challenging? How challenging do we want it, chat? How challenging? How far dare we go? Are you feeling up to vintage, chat? How do you think they will assess bans in Commander when the time comes? Do you think they'll take data from CDH because it's a meta, or will it still be feelings? That's actually a pretty good question. Start with standard and work the way down. That makes sense. Yeah, Arena's down at the moment, so we're having some fun doing other things. Since we can try one more. We can give it one more shot. Come on, Arena. If this one doesn't work, then we probably just play the art game a bit, and then sadly, that'll be all for Arena. Let's see. One of these times it's gonna work. Maybe it is getting DDoS attacked or something. I mean, we can do a Battlegrounds run. You want to do a Battlegrounds run? I do enjoy Battlegrounds. We've never played Battlegrounds on. All right, chat, give me your vote. Chat. Okay, so we're done with Arena. for the day. Here's my question. Would you rather do a Battlegrounds run on Hearthstone, I guess, or do some art gaming? I think those are the two options. Because we'll probably only stream another 20 minutes, half hour or something. Yeah, let's just art game it. Yeah, the problem is Civ takes so long. Like, there's not realistically a way for us to Civ in the last half hour of a stream. Could build a class. Yeah, let's do the art game. All right, let's start with standard. And if we feel like we're doing too good, then we'll bump it down. Chat. What do we got? What do we got? Yeah, there's a lot of other stuff that we could do, like Spell Table Commander, but it's just stuff that we can't really do like at the end of a stream. It's stuff you got to kind of set up ahead of time. The other thing we need to do, I think it's Camella. Camella the Seed Miser? It's Camella. It's definitely Camella. Is it Seed Miser? Hey, Camilla Seed Miser. Tayova! But I don't remember the other part of it. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm one of the unlucky ones with this update where it's not working for me, and then there's other people also are having issues with it, but apparently it's working for Blake. Arena's so weird like that, where it's sometimes down for some people, but not other people. Tayova Benthic Druid? That's the original one, isn't it? Is it Benthic Druid? Steward of Elements. Yeah, Benthic Druid was the first one. I tried to build a deck around this card before. Never really got it to work. Oh, Steward of Tides. So close. So close. Oh, wow. So this is standard from a couple years ago, because I'm pretty sure this was a Strixhaven card. Deadly Brew. So I'm pretty sure this card. I'm pretty sure is this the one that's like, each player sacks a creature, and if you sack something, you get to get something back from your hand? I'm pretty sure. I think it's that card. Oh, it doesn't even tell you what the... Oh, no. Oh, okay. So this is a 3-drop dragon dude that has haste, and when it attacks, you can put a dragon in your hand from the top 6. I'm pretty good at knowing what cards do. I'm not as good at knowing all the names of random draft cards. Is it a Kolaghan? Kolaghan War Leader? That sounds close. Oh, Warmonger. That was... Oh, wait, that's a desert. It's got to be Lush Oasis, right? That looks like a Lush Oasis. They gotta be Lush Oasis. It got it, like, that's an Oasis, right? And it looks lush. It looks pretty... I'm going for it. Mirage Mesa. That guy's got some issues. Look at those eyes. I'm come to believe that Krim is actually a vampire. His schedule, he lives the vampire schedule. Got to keep the shades drawn. I think Krim might actually be a vampire. I think it's possible. I have no idea what this thing is. Oh, Beavis and Butthead. This card is me eating shredded cheese out of the fridge at 3 a.m. Yeah, I have no... let's just see what it is. Vampire Spawn. Oh, I know this one. The Might Stone and Weak Stone. Oh, this is the Might thing. It's the 4-drop Lords of Night that, like, oh man, it's been so long since we played it. It makes a bunch of mites somehow. Rhea Ivor something. I'm pretty sure it's something like that. It's something along the lines of Rhea Ivor. Yeah, it's like the bad Orzhov Bladehold. Yeah. Any guesses at what the last part is? It's got to be more than that. Bane of Blade Hold. Hey, good job, chat. Oh, well, it's a Nishoba. I know that. Not one of the playable ones. All right, drafters. All right, Dominaria United drafters. What Nishoba is this? Because this one does not see constructed play. And outside of being a Nishoba, I got no idea what this card. No, that's Flanker? Is it? Oh, Mammoth War Scribe. This looks like another OTJ land. I don't want to guess on this one. I don't want to guess because I messed up the last one with the Lush Oasis. Hold me close like a wagon wheel. The black-white concealed courtyard? That is a black-white one. Actually, I gotta say, do the lands from Outlaws of Thunder Junction not make sense? How is this a concealed courtyard? It is a concealed courtyard, but how is that a concealed courtyard in the art? Well done. What is this one? Oh, maybe it was from Foundations. It would, yeah, because Scryfall's got to be up to date, right? Because they're the card database. So I imagine that the cards that are in standard are in standard. Banner. What is the new banner? Oh, is it a Guildgate? We don't even, is Gruul Guildgate even in standard? Hey, we'll try it. We'll try. I'm not sure. The Guildgates are in standard. Is that Gruul? It was Gruul. All right. That's got to be a vehicle or an artificer. It got to be something from Amonkhet? No. Avishkar? What is? I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Unless anyone knows. We can try Kite Sail. Kite Sail. I imagine Arrow. Oh, okay. I like that guess. Aeronautics Astronaut. That sounds like something that could actually. Oh, Golden Scale Aeronaut. That was close. Binding of the Hedrons. Hedron binding. But that's not in standard. Isn't that an old Eldrazi card from like a long time ago? Like Battle for Zendikar? Hedron. It's Hedrons, right? It's something Hedrons. Isn't it the O-ring from the Eldrazi set? It might be. Quarantine? But that's this says standard. It's not Stasis Snare, I don't think. Oh, no. Everyone's saying Stasis. You know what? Let's try it. Maybe you're right. You are right. Wow. Oh. That thing's creepy. That thing's super creepy. That's the mill crab that mills Constellation Mill whenever enchantment enters. Its name, I have no idea. It is, yeah. It's 1 mana crab when an enchantment Eerie. When an enchantment enters in locker room, mill someone for 3. I have no idea though. Eerie mill crab. It is a mill crab. Yeah, I have no. Anyone want to get in a guess? Yeah, I think we're out of luck. Oh, Scrabbling Skull. Okay. Way to go, Sam. I think you might be right. Or actually, J-Maz. Whoo! Scrabbling Skullclap coming through. Well done. That is a tough one. So it reminds me of like a Dominaria. What was it? Fight with Fire or something? Chandra. Into the Fire. Nailed it. Angel with a sword. Seraphic. Great sword. No, that's not Seraphic Great Sword. It's not Open the Way. I don't know what it is. I only know Open the Ways. Angelic Protection. Ooh, or Intervention. I think Angelic Protection's an old card. Intervention. Oh, Queens Bay Paladin, maybe? Is it Queens Bay Paladin? I don't know why my brain immediately went to Queens Bay Paladin. I don't even know if that's a magic card. But those three words just kind of jumped into my head. Lost Caverns Ixalan. It's a conquistador. Am I actually right? No, wait, what did I say, though? Now I can't remember. Queens Bay Paladin. Oh my god, it was right. Oh, it was right. Whew. I don't know why my brain knows that, because I've never played with that card, but, wait, what is... Now I actually got to look that up. Is that just some draft chaff? Why did I know that? Why did I... Oh, okay, it was a rare. All right, that makes sense. I must have covered it during spoiler season, that we just never played it after that. This thing. This is like a Simic hybrid. It's like a Simic hybrid. It's like a Simic hybrid uncommon. Probably makes mana. It's a proliferate thing. Oh, is it a... Oh, you might be right. It's not Serum Snare, I don't think. Oh, that's a... Mutagen something. Oh, I don't even have a guess. All right, let's see what it is. Okay, Mutagen Collector. That's at least that's a good. Oh, Connoisseur. Oh, that was actually. Oh, the rollerblade thing. Roller. Oh god, this had some super cheesy name. Roller. Is it just rollerblades? It wasn't just rollerblades, was it? Roller. Ah. Oh, it's so weird. How do they decide to race around Avish Carnavin? Is it literally just rollerblades? It can't be rollerblades. No, it can't. Well, they countered it. Rover blades. It's a sideboard artifact. Is it Karn Silex? Did we just play Karn? Is it Karn Silex that we just played? Is that actually? That's gotta be. Yeah, Karn Silex. Oh, oh, it's a. I don't even think I counted that cowboy hat when I was doing the math. That is pretty Outlaws of Thunder Junction-y. Also, why is he riding a cow? Bull Bucker. Bull Rider. This town, it's got to be some stupid. It's got to be some silly old West joke. He got a good beard though. His beard's not bad. How about overwhelming? That sounds like a word they'd use. Rustler Rampage. Oh, that's Collector's Cage. I know that one. Oh, Jace. What is the name of this, Jace? Jace. Is it just Jace Reawakened? I think it... Jace Awakened Mind. That looks close. Maybe it's okay. Jace Reawake. Jace Reawakened Mind. Oh, I was right. It was actually just Reawakened. It was just that. That's a tree. That's a tree from Elderaid. I think. Mossy Overlook. Oh, it's like flowering, blossoming florahedron or something. Yeah. It's definitely not this, but... Flourish is fun. Wow, well done. Well done, that one, Fergie. My goodness. That was a very good guess. Oh, I would not have gotten that in a million years. You know what? Let's break it up a little bit. Let's Let's go old school and do a couple rounds. Let's just for hard mode, and then and then I'm gonna have to wrap it up and take Bear out in a minute. But let's see if we can get any in vintage. Actually, maybe vintage. Let's go modern. We'll go to modern because some of the like super old commons are gonna be very tough. So let's go modern. Oh, that's Norin. That's from standard. I don't know the last name. It's definitely Norin. It's new Norin. Savannah Lions Norin. Norin. It's not. The old one was the Wary. Very good. Swift Survivalist. Oh, Blood Artist. Wow, super easy. Ooh. That art's actually kind of cool looking. Is he about to get eaten by a Cyclops gorilla? Like that. It looks like he might be in trouble. Like what is going on behind him? That's my ex. Scary. It's something. That's kind of a blood moon. Did you hear there's a real blood moon happening in like 3 days? Someone emailed me. There's a real blood moon happening. I don't even know what that means. I've never seen a real blood moon, but apparently I need to go out in the middle of the night. Oh, I think you might be right. It might actually be hulking. Yeah, you're actually correct. Oh my god, I should have known that. This I do. Is that a spaceship flying into a ghost? Yeah, sorry, Chad. I typed that very quickly. That was a very confident typing that was incorrect. I'm waiting. That's Legacy Weapon? Hey, you're right. Ooh, wiretapping. It's the blue hideaway enchantment from what? Streets of Nuke Penna? It looks like an assassin to me. Duo assassin clone team. Hey, what's up, Aegean Turtle? I'm doing good. That art is pretty sweet looking. I don't know the card though. Oh, it's a Lorwyn Elf card. What is the flag in the window? You ever played GeoGuessr? GeoGuessr is kind of a cool game too. We need what's the closest to Magic GeoGuessr? Golgari? Yeah, sure. I don't think it's right, but I don't have any better ideas. Twin Blade. Oh, that's actually a cool piece of art too. I don't think I've ever seen that art before. I'm pretty sure I've never seen that art before, but that looks kind of sweet. Melt? Combust. Spontaneous combustion, yeah. Essence Drain. Essence Drain? It might be Essence Drain. Oh, it was. Brain. Oh, pick your brain. Pick up brain. This is it's like a cranial extraction. But you gotta have delirium. It's from is it pick the brain? Ah, very good. Oh, Temple Garden? It's gotta be. Oh my, oh no, an embarrassment. It was Farseek. Oh, chat, you're so much better at this than I am. Temple Garden. It's Temple Garden, but with an elephant. This was a secret lair drop, right? I need to wait. I need to wait until you read it. Oh, it's better. Oh, see, I knew that. That was my bad for going with the chat there. Oh, that's some Boros, dude. All right, chat. Do you have a better guesser than some Boros, dude? When you guys do CDH on the channel, you all should pick a tournament deck off EDH. Ooh, that's actually a good idea. I know, I gotta see where this is at. I don't know where it is in progress, but I know one of the projects we were working on not that long ago, it's Temple Garden, was actually getting a CDH metagame. Is it Swiftblade? That's better than my guess. Sunhome Stalwart. What is going on there? Are they at a dance off? Kind of looks like they're on stage somewhere putting on a show. That sounds right. Prismari Command, good guess. That's a homunculus. That's a homunculus. Why is there an eye in the pipe? Homunculus. Homunculus. Scientist? Temple Garden. No, that looks more like a watery grave. Homunculus, you know what? Tuga Buddy, you might be a genius. If this is correct, oh, Stitcher's Apprentice. Oh, that art actually looks very familiar. Yeah, Pontologist, you were actually correct. That seems familiar. Urborg Volcano. Is it actually Mount Doom? Is this from Lord of the Rings? Yeah, it looks too old to be from Lord of the Rings. Tower Calamity. Oh, the horrible tower cycle. Yeah. Oh, Calamities. All right, they accepted it. Sentinel. Something Sentinel. Sentry. Urborg Volcano is, I know that is a land. That was like the old uncommon duels. Throne of Alderaindorf. Yeah, I have literally no idea what this card is. Wow. Togger Errant. Why do you, okay, Adam Pickle. Why do you, that's a Cerebus. That's a Cerebus of some kind. Why did you know that? How did you know? How did you know that one? What a card to know. Learn CDH is a great resource for metagame breakdown. I'll have to check it out. Thank you, OpSnapOp. Oh, all right. You know what? Let's see what this one is, because I don't think it's actually Kunaros. Sleep of the Dead. All right. So we're gonna do 10 more. We're gonna do 10 more in vintage, and then I gotta go take Bear out. So let's see how many we gotta get at least, I say 8. We gotta get 8. 8 out of 10 is the goal. Is this Maze Mind's Tome? It looks like Maze Mind's Tome to me. Okay, 1 for 1. 1 for 1. Oh boy. See, this is where it gets so tough. This is some common from 1996. Oh, I literally have no. This is Jeskai Commander. Is this a more modern card? Wait, Jeskai Commander. Temple Garden. If I type it more confidently this time, maybe it'll accept it. I'm going to go with Nostra, Voice of the Crag. I'm not super confident, but it might be. Wow. It what? Very, 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 very good guess, Fammer. That's a cool looking piece of classic art. Darkness? Dread of Night. Temple Garden. Dread of Night, 3 for 3. Oh, we're doing it. Oh, no. Vine Lash. It might actually be Vine Lash. Vine. Briar Snare. Briar. I feel like those are actual Magic card names. I feel like they're actual Magic card names. uh, from from Mega Magic Carp. It actually is. It actually is in Temple Garden. It's not Earthbind. I know what Earthbind looks like. Vine Glimmer Snarl. Let's try it. Oh my! It actually was Wallachelp. Someone said that too. Lord Boyce, Bios. Lord Bios. I didn't actually take it as seriously as I should have, but you were correct. Oh. I was right. I was right all along. It was Temple Garden. Oh. All right. With our powers combined, Kur Cash Unaki Ancient. Probably better known as my mother-in-law. Oh, we're so good. Actually, y'all are so good. Money Changer? Ikatin. No, it looks like more like an artist. I want to say Ikatin Money Changer, but I don't think that's actually right. He looks more cartographer. It does actually look a little bit like John Madden. A little bit like Peyton Oswald, too. Seasoned Tactician. Jim, it looks like everyone. Jim Gaffigan, Peyton Oswald, John Madden. I don't think those names are right, though. I feel like this looks too white. I thought Cartographer was a green card. And this looks like a white card, but it also looks like a Cartographer. I'm going to go with Ikatin Money Changer, but I don't think it's right. Oh! Oh, someone said that. Someone said it. The one Fergie. You've been very good at this. You've been very good at this game. Azuzu. What was the Griffin in Futurama that would randomly save the professor? I don't think I know this card. Oh, it's Pazuzu. Tower Greif. Setessan Griffin? Oh, very good. Very good. All right, 3 more to go. Oh, my God. Oh, podcasting with Richard for so many years has finally paid off. I thought I was sitting through all these insane commander takes for no reason. Little did I know there would be a future stream when we would be playing the art game and my knowledge of Ivory Tower, because apparently it's a commander sleeper. No. Because apparently it's a commander sleeper would pay off. Ivory Tower. Oh, 2 more. Can we get these last 2 and finish with an 80% win rate in the art game on Vintage? This one is not actually helping me. It's a pretty piece of art. Kind of cool how the vines are animals. Like, well done, artist. We're gonna need Pazuzu. Temple Garden. Make that right, Mega Magic Carp. Is it? Nah, it's not Nature's Lore, is it? The other Farseek. Multiple people have said Nature's Lore. All right. Oh, it is. All right, last one. Oh, I know that. I know that art. I've never seen it this zoomed in, but that face, it looks familiar. Also, that tooth is not looking good. Is that what is going on? Man, Magic art used to be way more brutal. Oh, take inventory. Yes. The card draw. I think you're right. All right. And 8 out of 10. Wow. And that's the art game. And despite Arena's best attempts to keep us from playing Magic today, We actually that was actually super fun. I'm curious if you guys enjoyed that because that was actually fun. Maybe we got to do the art game more often because it's actually kind of fun just to chat with y'all and and make horrible guesses at Magic Art. So anyway, everyone, I think that brings us to the end of our stream for today. I gotta go take Bear out, work on some Against the Odds stuff. If you do end up doing CDH meta stuff, I get a hold of Freedom Awfully Spirit and collecting data for the meta. Ooh, that's good advice. I'll definitely look into it, OpSnapOp. So anyway, everyone, I think I know. If only I listened to you more, Fergie. You're pretty good at that. We never need a read again. Yeah, just do our game and Spellify. That's it. So anyway, everyone, that brings us to the end of our stream for today. Next week, normal stream, except at I believe noon or 1, we're gonna have some spoilers for Turkey or Dragonstorm. So come back next week for a spoiler stream. Anyway, reminders on the way out the door. Replay YouTube. That's where you can find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube. Tons of stuff going up in there. Sweet Against Odds tomorrow. One more shout out to our sponsor, Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. Even get a free goldfish sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes, and they'll hook you up. Also, tomorrow, gonna be doing a bonus stream over on the Ultimate Guard channel. So if you're looking for some streaming action, noon Eastern time tomorrow, gonna stream for a couple of hours over on the Ultimate Guard channel. But most importantly, thank you to all of you. Y'all are amazing and awesome, and I love y'all. I hope you have a great day. Thanks for hanging out through the arena difficulties, and I will talk to you soon.